Tell you, that's
See,
fucking crazy.
we are now officially live, so I'm just waiting on it to pull up because YouTube, I gotta like manually set up YouTube.
Ah,
It's the only thing about it I don't like. Like it's a lot of stuff I don't like actually, but
mm-hmm.
you know, manually setting shit up is a big no for me. But it's cool. I'll make it work.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I try to go live like 5 minutes earlier just to make sure I
Mm-hmm.
can get that out of the way. Upload a thumbnail. Shit.
Oh yeah.
Um, of course it's not easy for me to spot this hoe.
So how was your day, man? How's everything going?
Man, my day was cool. It was honestly pretty chill. I got the Wii out of the closet. You
Word.
know, got my kids up on some Nintendo Wii shit.
Uh oh.
So I was loving that. They finally got to see that.
Damn.
The hell?
I don't know what's up with that. Like I said, that emulator for the PS3, man. I don't know what is up with that thing, bro. Like, I
We
got
can look
PS1,
at it.
fine. PS2, fine. Dolphin, fine. All three of them work, no problem. That motherfucker, for some reason, don't like work. So the next one I was looking at was the Xbox 360 one or the Nintendo 64 one.
I'm gonna see if I can get that other one to work for you.
Mhm,
What
I
the
don't know why I'm
fuck?
coming up with that errors like that. It's just weird. Like, it just don't load shit in.
Come on. I downloaded some shit. Now I don't see. Oh, I know where it's at. Never mind. I know where I put it.
Where you put
Damn, I'm tripping. I was about to re-download this bitch to the wrong spot. Okay,
it?
there we go.
Had me worried today, man. I was sitting there just playing around with solo and shit, just playing the game and shit. And this thing, it just started lagging out the wazoo. It's like, what the fuck?
Really?
Yeah, like it wouldn't download stuff properly at all. It was like I was running into problem with like little files over there, 5K. They ain't shit. Smallest files you can see, boy. They ain't shit. They ain't should download like damn near a couple seconds, bitch. Sitting there got me waiting like damn near 15, trying to be 20 minutes to download something just to play on 5K. I'm like, come on, bro. Like I go in this bitch and shit download in seconds. I'm like, oh Lord. I called, so I had to call my cable company and shit, get them straightened out, man. Shit crazy.
Yeah, that's weird. That's weird as hell. Why you keep having all these issues?
I don't know. I know last week they had the mad outages. That was what was down last week. So I don't know what happened this week, but she even said it. She was like, "I see you had an issue like at 3:20 something, and that was about the time where shit started lagging like crazy." So she reset everything, and she said she pushed the speed out so I can get full 300 like I'm supposed to be getting. Because I was like, "What the fuck? Like this is bullshit."
Facts.
Like, damn,
Let me
the
clear
motherfucker ain't
chat.
even getting nowhere near what he's supposed to be getting. I'm like, come on, huh? Like, y'all tripping. Yeah, eyes in the black and white backstage.
He black and white again. Oh, there you
Yeah,
go.
Testing.
There we go.
there
Got
you
you.
go.
Got you, Brody. Got you,
Test.
Brody.
You
Oh,
good? You
okay.
good? That's
I didn't
good.
realize you were live already.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll go live a little earlier because I gotta manually set up YouTube every time.
Oh,
So I
I
go live at
forgot
like
about that.
9:55, so I could
Yeah.
get the thumbnail on there, change the title, all that shit. Cause I don't know how to do it before I go live, unless I only go live to YouTube. It's weird. It's just weird.
Crazy.
I got
That's
my
what I was.
camera working. I figured out why the fuck it wasn't working.
I wasn't working.
Cause if I start OBS first, even though the camera is turned off, it still recognizes that there is two cameras. And you can't have a camera used in two separate applications at the same time. So I have to close OBS or just turn this on first and then go to OBS and then it'll work. Yo, special guest is here.
Hey, yo,
It's
wow,
that guy. Yo, Nug.
What's up? What's up? Trying to make
What
sure.
up,
Can you hear
Nug?
me okay?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
cool.
we got you.
Okay. How y'all doing?
Doing good. You know, you do sound a little
Chilling,
muffled now
chilling.
that I'm listening to him. Do you sound a little muffled to y'all?
A little. Smidgen.
That should be better.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
That's a little better. Hey, yo, Ninja, shut the fuck up. Welcome to Game Activity.
Yeah,
We got a
Excess
special guest
ugly.
here.
Jesus.
Yeah, fuck that guy. We got a special guest here. Yo Nug Gaming, Mr. TikTok sensation himself, Mr. 500 followers in one stream himself. Mr. I met him when he was playing Mario Golf, and then he blew up overnight himself. That's crazy.
Man, Mario Golf is a good game, brother. Mario Golf is a good game, man.
You know, I'm glad you said that, Nug. In the spirit of having you here, I feel like you are a larger than life personality a lot of times, both on stream and off stream. This is who Nug is. He's like Skip Bayless, but not weird. So
wow.
if you
Wow.
If
Scott.
take,
Taking shots.
I said he's
Damn.
like Skip Bayless, but not weird. I was just saying he cool.
Getting straight.
He's
now?
must see TV. So Nug, I gave you your own command in my stream. I don't know if it works. You are more than welcome to try it. So if you want to pull up the stream, we are live right now. I'm on Kick.
I see you on YouTube, so it's not YouTube.
I'm on YouTube too. I'm on both.
Does the command work on YouTube?
I don't know. Maybe. I'm not 100% sure. We're gonna find out together.
I'm gonna go to Kick. All right.
Let me see. All right, let's go. There we go. It goes like this. Okay. Let's see. Nothing. Maybe it does. Well, I don't know. Oh, there it is. Matrix got it. Is this game of the year? Okay, so we know it works on Kick. It probably just doesn't work on YouTube. That's fine.
Hey man, thank you, bro. That's not a bad take.
This- He asks me this every
Sure.
time I'm playing the game.
was
He
petty.
pops in and says, "Is this game of the year?" So I just wanted to say, I'm thinking of you. I got some shit for you. I like to do something for each guest, but that's not even a surprise for today. We can go ahead and get started because it is 10:03. I know people are gonna be pulling up. Shout out to the 8 already in the chat. Let's get started. First of all, we start off with betas every single week. Ashfall, for those of you that don't know, that's the MMO, the shooter, I guess it's like a third-person shooter with the crazy recoil that people were talking about. Ashfall says that it has a beta coming out in July. Well, niggas running out of time, so it's got to come up by sometime this week. I'm
4
assuming.
days?
Right, it's got to be
Word,
one
man.
coming out. So I'm assuming it's going to be this weekend. They haven't announced it officially, but I did get an email because I signed up to be in their creator program, and they have some crazy requirements. I'm debating if I'm going to do it because I feel like it's a smart play by them, but it could be a bad play by me. We'll see. I don't 100% know. Oz, did you sign up?
Nah, I don't think so. I don't recall. It's been a little while.
Okay, well, yeah, we did it like months ago if we did do it, but yeah.
If we did,
they-
I did it months ago. Yeah.
Yeah, they basically said, you know, we want you to potentially be one, but you got to put out some content, and if you put out a video, you got to get 1,000 views per week on at least one of your videos. And I was like, I can barely get 1,000 a week on my shorts. Now, if I put out a short and y'all cool with it, and they get 1,000, I don't know, but I have to do that every week until they approve it. So they're gonna get a lot of publicity from people who aren't gonna make the cut. So I don't know if it's worth it to get all that. And I think a lot of people, even if they don't like it, they're gonna be kind of lying about the game to say that, you know what I'm saying? Not saying that it will be bad, but if they don't like it, they're gonna pretend like they do like it to make sure they close the deal. So they're gonna get a lot of free publicity that's gonna go their way, which is smart on their part after having such negative publicity. But do I want to participate in that? I don't know. So we'll see. I want them to base it around my merits and what I've done so far. Pulling the Amazon review scan, big facts. That's kind of where I'm at with
Really
it.
got better or not?
I don't know. We're gonna find out. Hopefully, with this beta coming out,
When does
So-
that come out again?
we don't know.
They
That's the
said-
thing.
according
said
to
July. And we run out of
They
got-
got-
It's July.
They
So
got 5 days.
Yeah.
Word, brother.
I'm telling
I'm
you,
ass-
this is deep.
I'm assuming it's gonna be tomorrow, and the reason I'm assuming it's tomorrow is because of this next one. Boom, right here. Stampede Racing Royale. For those of you that aren't aware, Stampede is like a Mario Kart style game with 60 players, bumper to bumper. However, 60. It's like a racing royale. It's basically Fall Guys. You're gonna have rounds, and you're gonna get knocked off if you're not, you know, in the top
Nice,
whatever.
nice.
So that starts tomorrow, I
Right up my
believe.
alley.
It should. This one should start tomorrow. Actually, they were talking about it a little bit. Yeah, I'm pretty. Yeah, July 27th. Okay, cool. So definitely gonna try that one out. But that starts tomorrow, so I'm assuming Ashfall's gonna follow suit. It'll be tomorrow, probably through Monday, something like that. So figured I'd bring that up. So honestly, there's a lot of other betas out there, none of which I want to tell you about. One of them is like an ASMR restaurant game, and a lot of the other ones are like indie projects from like students that, you know, they basically just tried to remake Crazy Taxi. I wasn't impressed, so no need to go into that. We can actually jump right into the news. First up, I found a game that was a complete accident. It was like in a recommended, and it's called Definitely Not Chicken. Has anybody, Definitely Not Fried Chicken, has anybody played that or heard of that before?
No, that I want to see what that is about.
Okay, cool.
Sounds
Yeah.
racially motivated.
Does it? Let's see.
This is fried chicken.
By the way, Nug, if you can't hear the video, you'll have to pull the stream up. A lot of times the audio doesn't work or it gets super loud out of nowhere, so we just do it this way. But yeah, here we go.
And this is definitely not fried chicken. With this fast food joint, you'll create a chain of thriving businesses to sell your delicious goods. Oh, and your cannabis, meth, cocaine, you know, the usual. People will love your product. Not just your customers, but local businesses will want to trade too. Upgrade and expand your businesses. Hire and fire. It's your way or the highway. Work them to the bone. But obviously, make sure they have excellent workplace benefits. Keep your businesses running morning, noon, and night. And don't let something trivial like the law or competition get in the way of your good, honest commerce. Definitely not fried chicken. For all your legitimate
fried
fake
chicken,
business
bro.
needs.
Not fried chicken, but that's a nice little cover they got going on.
Facts. Listen, for all your legitimate fake business needs, they got you. So I found it on Steam. Here it is. This game's actually $25. It looks like it could be hella fun. It's like, you know, this is your Gustavo Fring type shit. Better Call Saul. Exactly. This is your Breaking Bad-esque Los Pollos Hermanos right here. It's a drug front, which is hilarious. So I thought that was cool. And it was one of those things where like it played and I didn't know what was going on. I was trying to figure out where the audio was coming from, and I was like, what the hell is this? Definitely
There's
not fried
a
chicken.
meth update available.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Start your drug empire by selling chicken. Bro, this is amazing. So-
It just sounds like my homie Tyrone, but I digress.
You better call Tyrone. Oh, nope, they cloned Tyrone. They cloned him. My bad. Here we go. Next up. Apparently the #1 X-Defiant player got banned. Let's take a look at this.
Oh, shit.
The #1 player on the X-Defiant beta. Just watch.
Revenge kill, hostile suppressed.
Are these wall hacks? It was part of the game.
Oh yeah,
It's
they
part of the
all
game.
have-
It's part of the game.
That's one of the power ups
That's
in the
fine.
game, I want to say.
Yeah, that's one of his that's his ability, and he got reported and he got banned for using the ability in the game.
Yeah, that's one of the power ups.
Yes.
Yeah, that's an L by Ubisoft. Now, speaking of
right,
L's by
yeah.
Ubisoft, check this out. Hey there. Just wanted to chime in that you can avoid the account closure by logging into your account within the 30 days since receiving the email pictured and selecting the cancel account closure link contained in the email. We certainly do not want you to lose access to your games or accounts, so if you have any difficulties logging in, please create a support case with us. So that was a cleverly worded way of basically telling people, if you stay logged out of your Ubisoft account for too long, you will get an email saying log back in, or you're gonna lose all your shit. You're gonna lose your account, all the games you paid for, everything, and it will be unrecoverable. That is that is a real thing. This is also from Ubisoft support. People have been pissed about it all over Twitter. It has gone viral.
Yeah, it's been crazy viral.
Yeah.
That is
What do you
crazy.
think about that, Nug? What do you think?
It's a L by Ubisoft, but honestly, I can't think of a Ubisoft game that I just have to keep my stuff for. Honestly.
Far Cry
Yeah.
6 is Ubisoft.
Far Cry 6 is good. Yeah.
Valhalla, Division, Watch Dogs 2.
I mean,
But I know what you're saying though, because like I use Ubisoft for their Connect. I think they have a Ubisoft connection with like Xbox.
oh yeah, true.
And like the only thing I'm looking forward to from Ubisoft is like maybe XDefiant, maybe the Avatar game is coming out, and like Star Wars Outlaws.
Those
Prince
are
of
3 good
Persia.
ones.
Prince of Persia. I'm
I
actually
said
gonna
what I
play that.
said.
I'm
I'm
just,
That
I'm
look nice.
torn.
I said what I said.
I'm torn because I just can't think of like the last time I said, let me sign into my Ubisoft account, which this is definitely an L on their part. I just don't have anything off the top of my head that I'm like, oh my God, I have to have that saved or I'm going to lose I don't know.
Isn't that something?
I'm with Oz. Like, yeah, I
Yeah,
can't think
that's-
of any memorable games.
pretty rough right now.
Rainbow Six Siege, no.
I'm not heavy into that. So
Like
yeah,
I've never been like, oh, let me go open up my Ubisoft launcher and play a game. Like
yeah, there you go.
it's usually okay. I'm going to Xbox app. I look at the Ubisoft section. Y'all got anything good I want to play?
Division Heartlands.
I gotta see more about it before I can
I mean,
sign off on Heartlands.
Okay, all right, I
I'm still
guess.
skeptical about it.
Well, I don't know about Avatar, but I have a good feeling about Star Wars. So
Avatar looks pretty good. It looks like a Far Cry.
I think they released
That's
more
what I'm afraid
info
of.
on the Star Wars game, but I didn't look at see what they said about it yet. Because I'm just like, it could be good, but also could be mid.
Outlaws
Far
looks
Cry.
good.
Far Cry. What game say look like Far Cry?
Outlaws.
No, not Outlaws.
Avatar?
Avatar Frontier.
Avatar, yeah.
Yeah,
Actually kind of stressing me out then because
I don't like that.
They use the same engine. It looks like I don't know for sure, but based on the videos
okay.
I saw, it looks
Well,
very similar to Far Cry, and it's co-op, and it's an FPS.
because like the way Far Cry is set up, like they'll give you a really big open world, but it'll be like a whole bunch of repetitive missions. So it's like, okay, what am I doing here? I think that pissed me off about Ubisoft games.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
very copy and paste.
It's sad.
But I feel like a lot of open world games nowadays are very repetitive.
It depends. Yes, yeah, like the I guess the bar's been set by certain games. Because I still haven't finished Hogwarts. But like, of course, I'm always gonna go back to it. Elden Ring being open world and just so vast, it's like okay, that really set the bar high for me for open world games.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of them can be repetitive.
Open world games should not be chase the objective back and forth missions. Agreed.
That's
Agreed. That's like MMOs type shit that you're putting in there.
true. Yeah,
I don't really like that. I wish.
I agree with you.
Honestly, I've been saying this for a while. Some of the best games, most of the best games, are actually linear. Other than like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, which is still Zelda, and
It's still- yeah.
what's the last open world 10 out of 10 game other than
Elden
those?
Ring.
The Elden Ring.
Elden Ring? Okay, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Other than those, everything God of War,
'Cause I took points off of Tears of the Kingdom,
Cyberpunk,
actually.
LOL.
It's a 9. It's 9.5 out of 10 for me now.
wow,
I have
okay.
yet to open mine, honestly.
Wow.
I can't believe
Why?
Nug said that. I need to hear this.
Because like
I mean, if I'm being honest with you, I put hundreds of hours into Breath of the Wild, and then when Tears of the Kingdom dropped, I was excited when I bought it day one, and I just haven't had the urge to really play it. And it looks like Breath of the Wild, but the main thing I've seen people kind of post like on their streams, I've been watching a lot of people play it through it, but everyone's really hyped up about the fact that you can build whatever that you want essentially with all the vehicles.
that is
And
the
outside
main
of that,
feature.
Yeah.
Outside of that, it looks like Breath of the Wild with more building. I don't know. I'm gonna play it eventually.
That's
But it
that's
just
the hill
hasn't
I
been-
was on.
I just
Mm-hmm.
haven't. I don't know. It's just based off me watching streams and videos and all the content creators put out all this information. I just haven't
Breath of
I
the
don't know.
Wild,
It
man.
just feels like I'll be playing Breath of the Wild again with like a big DLC. But I'll give it a shot eventually.
You think
It's
they
funny.
honestly-
It's funny because I think I put like 50 hours into Breath of the Wild. Like I just didn't beat it. Like I think I got through like a Divine Beast and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna come back to this. I never came back to it. I went back to it I think earlier this year and I started playing it. Just so I can say I got deeper into the game and I wanted to complete it, but then I waited too long. But and then Tears of the Kingdom came out. And I was like, man, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna beat Breath of the Wild first. I started seeing my friends playing it, close friends. Like I trust the reviews. I'm like, okay. This building actually makes the game way better than the original, and it's just a lot of quality of life improvements. The game just plays a lot more fluid. But I mean, you have the game, so you can play it when you're ready.
I'm gonna open it eventually. So I agree with CJ. I've been saying that for a while too. That the best games and most of the game of the years are linear, and I also feel like with games like Breath of the Wild, I've sunk a lot of hours into that game. There are long stretches of that game where you go and there's like literally nothing to do. The open world can be very bland at times. There's very long stretches, so much so that the game basically relies on you to fast travel for most of it.
Dang.
But nobody ever says Breath of the Wild needs more in its open world. Yet with other new games will say, oh, that open world is boring. Oh, that open world is basic. And it just always kind of made me think about how we pick and choose what games we give perfect scores to. Because that game is an excellent game, but anybody who's played it will tell you, you will get on a horse and be riding on a horse for a good 2 minutes in real life time. A good 2 minutes straight of seeing nothing but open world land. Nothing's happening, nothing's popping out at you. And then it's a perfect game. Everyone says it's a perfect game. I don't know. I don't know where this came from.
I've
That's
had those
good.
gripes.
I asked you a real question. Not to cut across your eyes.
No, you're
No, I
fine.
asked you a real question. You really think it should have been a DLC versus being an entire game?
I gotta play it first. I haven't played it, but I'm just saying based off what I've seen people do, everyone talks about how they can build all these fun things, and nobody talks about any of the other mechanics in the game. So I have to play it for myself. So off first glance, I was like, it didn't look like a sequel. It looked like an extended Breath of the Wild.
They don't talk about the story?
Nah, it's definitely a sequel. Because you talk about story, you just spoil it for everyone else. Because the story is like, you can low key burn through the story. If you're playing aggressive and not like a speedrunner, you can probably knock it out in a day or two. If you just
The whole story in one day?
The story in one day?
If you're nice with the game, you probably can knock it out like in a day or two.
Oh, that's crazy. It's a
That is
game.
crazy.
If you're nice, you can probably knock it in a day or two. But I'm also
How
not nice to
nice?
the game because I'm not great at the Zelda combat system yet. I'm still learning more. Because like honestly, building makes that game completely different than Breath of the Wild. So I can't mad at it. They should have added the depths portion of the game as DLC because it's just I don't think there's enough to do in it. But that's just me.
So what you're saying, Oz, is you played both. So you're saying that Tears of the Kingdom outside of the DLC still feels, I'm sorry, outside of the building still feels like there's a lot extra added.
For me, it's almost like a reskin because they changed things around, but they added
So it's a
things to
patch.
make it feel like, whoa, this is a lot better than the first one.
So it's a patch.
When you ride around,
It's a gameplay
I mean,
improvement patch. That's what it
it's
is.
really nice. Because like I've complained about Zelda and Nintendo in general. Like I feel like the game should look better in general. But I know the Switch can only do so much. But I feel like you should give it more power or just unlock. Yeah, because like I've seen people jailbreak the Switches and they can really knock some more frames out, so it would play better. But story wise, it definitely feels like a sequel. They're going to tell you about so much because you will ruin the game. But it has some really good cutscenes. I feel like it's a sequel. I do feel like it's a sequel.
So Ninja asks,
But the
isn't
map
that
is annoying.
he said, isn't that what you want from a sequel? Doing the same things from the original game and just adding to it.
Yeah, essentially.
Essentially, yeah.
Depending on the game, yeah. 'cause
It
that's all.
depends. I gotta play it. I gotta play it before I give my full answer. But I'm just saying, based off looking at it, I was like, dude, I put so many hours into Breath of the Wild. I don't need to play this right now. Like, I just didn't have the urge. And there's so many games releasing right now. Like, CJ makes fun of me for saying there are a lot of games of the years, which I troll them in this chat when I say that. But there are legitimately, I could say about 6 or 7 game of the year candidates, and we're like halfway through, midway through the year.
We'll come back to that because I want to pick your brain on that a little bit later.
I can't lie.
So
Though,
does that
like,
take-
I thought you would have been anticipating the fuck out of this game. You've been grinding the shit out of it after you got it. You know, for real, for real. Considering-
I take nothing away from Last of Us Part 2. That game was fire.
See,
A
little-
that's
a
a
little
whole
lengthy,
different thing. That's a
fire.
whole. And Last of Us is different though. That's a whole different animal.
Because it's linear.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
It's
it
linear.
is, yeah.
And I mean, I guess we could kind of spoil it, but like it's linear, and basically they immediately catch your attention because they kill off the main character. in
Yeah,
2
yeah.
seconds.
And they jump
So-
right from the last, like right
Yeah,
where they
right.
left from.
Right from the
That
beginning,
brought me
they-
Jack and Dexter. Went straight to
They
it.
kill like this is linear and it's story based. So even though it's a sequel,
Yeah.
you're more so trying to figure out what the hell is gonna happen, what's
Mhm.
going on. They're built like I don't really care if the gameplay is that great, even though I like the gameplay, but I care more so about what's gonna happen next. Is why I was playing Last of Us. Like, all right, what's gonna happen? What's going on? What are we doing? What's there? That's more so for me.
Yeah, makes sense to
Right.
me.
Playing and watching the movie at the same time on some real shit.
Exactly what it was.
Man, Sony knows what they do. Sony and Naughty Dog. Mm-mm.
Yeah, Naughty Dog got it together, man. I
They
told y'all
don't
Naughty Dog
rest.
is low key quality control for everybody on Sony. A game does not get released as a Sony exclusive if Naughty Dog does not touch it and look it over. So, shout out them. Also explains why Ghostwire Tokyo was so dog shit because the studio got bought out by Xbox. So that
I was just I thought that was a bad game. I didn't play it.
what, Ghostwire Tokyo?
Yeah.
I remember
Was it
CJ
bad?
was so excited about that game.
Man, that was the biggest
So excited.
letdown since my dad missed my little league. That shit was crazy. Here we go. Moving on. Mortal Kombat 1 just gave its Combat Pack roster reveal trailer. I hope most people have seen it, but if not, you seen this already, Nightwolf?
Yes, I have.
Okay, here we go. We're gonna jump right in.
Amazon got that check.
The battle between good and evil is eternal.
You know they got that shit, Oz.
They got motherfucking Omni-Man, bro.
Actually, Omni-Man.
They got Peacemaker.
Maker.
John Cena.
I see Takeda came back. Homelander, too.
And
That
Homelander.
check. HBO spending check.
You know
John
what?
Cena's dancing intro from Homeland from Peacemaker.
Omni-Man, Quan Chi, Peacemaker, Ermac, Homelander, and
Takeda.
Takeda. Yeah,
Mm.
The other thing is right here, boy. I can't believe you got Homelander and Omni-Man in the same game, bro.
bruh.
That's crazy
Who's
shit.
That-
gonna win that
They're
fight?
Peacemaker too. Oh, that's
Who's gonna win that
Omni-Man.
fight?
Omni-Man got that on the brag. That's the that's counts Christmas.
I mean, Homelander's like Superman. Is like
They're
he's
both
human
like
still.
Superman.
Homelander.
That's what I was gonna say. What's
I think
the difference
Homelander's
between
technically like
Homelander?
human, I guess.
No. The difference
What's
is
the difference?
the difference between them two is that Omni-Man comes from a whole like planet galaxy of what they call Viltrumites. They do nothing but fight all the time.
So he's Goku.
He's basically you got it. You
So
got
he's
it.
Goku.
It's basically like dealing with the same race of Superman. Basically, he's used to fighting people on his level like that all the time throughout thousands of years because Viltrumites age slower the older they become. Over time, they get stronger and they age slower. So he's been alive for
It's such a wild
years.
combo.
Homelander's been around for what, fucking 50,
Probably like 40,
maybe
yeah.
40 at the
Yeah,
most.
they did that.
Nigga was
They
made in a
should've-
damn lab. And the
So
two-
here's what I would have done. I would have changed that up, that list.
me too.
Instead of Omni-Man, I would have put Invincible. And instead of Homelander, I would have put Soldier Boy.
What? Who?
The
Soldier Boy.
From the boys.
Boys.
Oh,
Freaking
oh,
chirp,
I'm
yo.
sorry. All right.
Jensen
I'm
Ackles
sorry.
from
He's not
from
gonna
what
crank
you-
that.
you.
I'm sorry. It's just you gotta specify. You gotta specify.
We were just talking about the
Man,
boys.
look down. I'm like, Soldier Boy,
I
who?
know.
Soldier Boy, tell him in a fight game.
It's just like when you hear that name, the first thing you think of is to me the rapper. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Soldier Boy was out before Soldier Boy, so to be
I know,
fair,
but it's just my brain is.
He ain't wrong. He ain't wrong. First thing you think about is them Soldier Boy crank that. He ain't wrong about that.
he need to be in there as a weird DLC. Okay.
I was really surprised
What
to
is
see
happening
Peacemaker.
right
Why did you want Soldier Boy instead of Homelander?
Because Soldier Boy has weaknesses. You have a bunch of people that have no weaknesses. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
I'm just not a big fan of that.
He has weaknesses this season.
Well, but you think the no weaknesses will affect them on here?
You know what I think?
I think you have a bigger kit at your disposal. You know, you gotta put people in categories. Are you a zoner? Are you a close combat guy?
That's the
Yeah,
difference
the
between
famous
Omni-Man and
TikTok guy.
Homelander right there in of itself. Omni-Man is a close combat guy.
Isn't Homelander close? Like, cause Homelander, you could say he has like what the night vision or like the laser vision as his ranged, but it's not. Well, it probably will be OP. Never mind.
Yeah. Can't Omni-Man do that too?
I don't remember.
Omni-Man doesn't do that. No, he doesn't.
He doesn't do that? Okay.
Mm-mm.
I just remember him killing everyone in that scene. Like,
I
oh
said
my God.
Omni-Man is definitely close range.
I mean,
Welcome to the podcast, my boy.
I do want to see what finishers they have. They're gonna put in the game
Oh, that's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, it's
both of
gonna
them
be
are
crazy.
wild.
It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be fucking crazy.
I thinking maybe they'll just do him how they do Superman in most other fighting games. It's like he's overpowered, but he kind of sucks at the same time. Like there are better characters out there.
Make him really
that's
slow.
kinda- Yeah, like they usually do something to balance him out. Like Superman typically is a solid basic character, but as you get better at fighting games, like nobody really spams Superman like they would other spammable characters. So I think Homelander will have like that same thing in Mortal Kombat. You're still gonna have people who rather use like Raiden over him any day.
Yeah, I'll probably main Smoke or somebody like that because I'm just into that. I know, Nightwolf. Who would you main? You got 5 seconds because you'll go through the
I
whole
was
list.
looking at Kenshi, man. Kenshi
Okay, yeah, you was doing work with him. So I want to say this too, real quick before I pass it off. A couple of weeks ago, maybe a week ago, I'm not 100% sure. Mortal Kombat ready to flop compared to Street Fighter?
Yikes!
bro.
Really?
Nah.
Wow.
It's a different game.
I wanna hear why you say that. But yeah. So a couple weeks ago, I ended up saying that I wanted to find a game that was a true tag team game. I said I am sick and tired of us having these 2 to 3 players on one side, one guy controlling the whole squad. I want to be able to pull up with my friend and have 2v2s online, me and him controlling one player, tagging in and out. I miss that shit. And then this motherfucker happened. Take it away, Nightwolf. God damn.
And when I seen this, I was like, I love this because there's not one other game that I've seen that's had a system where you have your 2v2, where you and your homie can be on the same team at the same time. That was Street Fighter.
Street Fighter Cross
Tekken.
Tekken. Yep.
Street Fighter Cross Tekken. And that shit is lit as fuck. Being able to tag in with your homie in the middle of a combo or have them come in and help you escape a combo or something like that. The gist of the situation is some real lit ass shit. But they went even further. You know what? I would honestly, I would let them go to the video.
We'll go to the video. I just want to say this real quick. This is literally the shit I have been saying I've been waiting on before I get real invested into a fighting game. And then 2 weeks go by and these motherfuckers drop this. We watching the fucking video. Fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey everyone, it's our favorite time of year. So we thought we'd check in and let y'all know what's happening with Project L. From the start of this project, we felt that if we were going to make a fighting game, we needed to bring something new to the genre. we're investing in some big ideas that we hope will unlock new kinds of fun for fighting game fans.
He high as hell.
I'm
You
happy to
can't tell me
introduce
not.
one of those big
He
bets
is
for you today,
definitely high.
which some of you have already suspected. Project L isn't just a tag-based fighting game. It's a 2v2 team-based
Man,
fighting
kill
game.
as a motherfucker.
This means that teams of 2 players can face off together in the same match with each player piloting a single champion. So we're building a game where you can play with your friends as well as against them. Let me toss it over to Sean to explain how it works.
And that hurts. Maybe I just handshake and you jump up after.
Yeah, I could do that.
Okay. Hit the spin. All right, it's gonna be cheap. Are you ready? Oh, you like that? That's kind of clean. You do love to see it.
That man has.
Y'all have
been
no
out
idea how long I've been
here
waiting to talk
for
about this.
God knows how
This is
much
Clark,
fucking
one of our
long.
game designers.
You're not about to sit here.
Let's
and
get into
comment
it.
on the way he looks.
Dual play works a bit like tag team wrestling. One player controls the champ on stage, and the other waits off screen for their teammate to find the right moment to tag them in. In our last update, we showcased some of our tag mechanics, all of which were designed from the ground up to encourage teamwork. Sharing in victories, defeats, performing combos together, or saving your partner in a clutch moment are just some of the new ways you can experience the game as a duo. Project L will support 1v1, 2v2, and even 2v1 matchups. So don't worry, solo players. You can still play as a solo tag team fighter and control both champs at once. Fight your own battles or bring a friend. The choice is yours.
Time to throw down.
Whatever your setup, our systems are designed to feel fluid and rewarding for players on stage and off screen. And that starts before you even get into a match. Before the game starts, each team can choose to customize how their champs play together with something we're calling the Fuse system. With fuses, you can choose between powerful synergies that change up your duo's playstyle and really allow player expression to shine. I want to talk about one fuse called 2x assist.
Hell yeah.
This allows your team to throw out 2 assists back to back instead of just
Like the
one.
groove system? Okay.
With each champion having 2 assists and some of them being chargeable, there is a lot to discover. But you can always change your fuse for the next
This shit
match
is
to find out what
gorgeous.
feels right. We're really excited for all the possibilities here and can't wait to see what you come up with. Team play is at the heart of Project L's design and the foundation of the game overall. We know it's a difficult design challenge to get right, but we spent a lot of time figuring out how to make duo play something truly unique and special for you all to enjoy and master.
I'm sure you've got loads of questions, so keep them close, because I have one more thing to tell you all. I'm thrilled to say that Project L will have a playable demo at EVO, where you can come try out the game on the show floor. We'll have 4 champions available, no sign-up required. Whether you're attending or not, look out for another update with more reveals soon.
In the meantime, go check out this full 2v2 match between 4 of our devs. Link in the description below.
Thank you all for watching, and see you in Las Vegas.
All right. So that's it. Nug, what is your first reaction to this video?
I put it in the chat.
Oh my gosh. Is this the game? Which year? Isn't it coming out 2024?
I'm just joking. I think it looks good. It's something that I would play. I like co-op type of games, especially online. So if me and a friend can go in and play 2v2 against possibly other friends in a private match and talk some shit to each other, I'm down for that. I don't think I'll play online too much just because I'm not that good at fighting games. So
It's gonna get rough out there.
Server's ready to be
but
trash.
like 4 people in the party and we all like chatting, like, yo, get your teammate, get my teammate. I'll do that for sure.
It sounds like y'all playing spades.
Yeah,
What you got, nigga?
But certain games are better with when you and your friends are all casual. Like playing online with certain games, you like, bro, I ain't got time for this shit. I don't have time for people to be spamming me and zoning. I wanna
Smash
casually
Bros
play.
with your friends, really fun.
That ain't no fighting game. That's a party game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's a fighting. Stop it. That's a fighting game. That's supposed to be a
No,
fighting game.
no, because the developer said it. He said it's a party game. It was meant to be a party game. So
Bro, there's
just
nothing about Smash that's a party
It's
game.
crazy, like,
is that why
it's
it's a party game?
I gotta agree with Nug on
Smash,
that,
bro.
man.
Smash
that
Bros
why?
is like the most popular fighting game out. Like they still having tournaments.
It's the
10 years
most
later.
popular party game.
It's just not sanctioned by Nintendo for some reason.
It's not. It's not sanctioned as a fighting game
It's
from
not.
Nintendo.
Nintendo would not support it as a fighting game. They would
It's
not
so
support
sad.
it.
They
It's like,
refuse.
bro,
They
It's
refuse.
because their
Nah.
audience is kids or whatever, but we all know it's a fighting game. Like
They're
you-
grown
Like-
adult men playing that game. In terms
I just go by
playing
what the
that,
devs say.
MK Leo
Yeah.
cooking up.
Tell
Bro,
this
if
the
somebody-
Frank Data and the whole 9 yards. Them up, bro. They,
if somebody talking about some I got some party games and they pull out fucking Smash Bros. Trust me, like you're like, what the hell is this? Where's
There's
Monopoly?
too much of a skill gap to bring
I'll
that
be
out.
like,
Where's
yeah, bring on the party game. But here we go. So Zoe said the server is gonna be trash. I don't know because it's Riot Games. They got
Riot
some good
Games.
games and they got good servers. I don't think it'll be trash.
I mean, I don't got no beef with Valorant, so
Right.
Riot, man.
Listen, just because we want it to be a fighting game,
it sounds
don't
like the
mean
majority.
that don't
is saying
mean
it's a
that
fighting game.
Nintendo is
It's a
gonna let it
fighting
be.
game.
They don't want it to be
here.
a
It sounds like
fighting
you went
game.
outvoted, CJ. It's a fighting game.
I'm
It
looking at
doesn't.
it.
It doesn't matter what we
I can
think.
look at
It's
it
a
objectively,
party
CJ.
game.
Like, it has all the aspects of a fighting game, bro. Like,
It's
there
a
is
top-tier
nothing
fighting
it is
game.
lacking. Nothing.
It's
nothing
a
lacking.
top tier party game. Okay, here we
There's
go.
nothing lacking.
So
Right.
Gus said this is basically a 3-button fighter. It'll be easier, light, medium, heavy, special 1, special 2, tag with the other three buttons. Yeah. It should be pretty simple. I think it'll still be fun and simple. That's always good.
Yeah,
Low barrier to entry. Maybe they'll make it a little more complex in the future. I don't know. But let's move on. What's going on with Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart? The PC port is here.
Hey,
Save
yeah,
$10 on your
PC port
Steam.
is
key.
My
Yeah.
game, boy.
Wasn't we just
Steam,
talking
bro.
about this? We were
I
just talking about
literally
this,
just
Nug.
saw this on Steam
Yeah,
today.
it's here, baby.
We was
They
just
got
talking
snubbed
about
for
this,
game of the
Nug.
year. It is what it is, though.
A
They
lot
get
of good
snubbed. I lied. They
competition.
didn't get snubbed. They
Let
didn't
the
get
Ratchet
snubbed. They
Clank
didn't get
fans
snubbed.
from beyond the
I mean,
They didn't get
it-
snubbed. I'm lying.
it deserves like an honorary game of the year, but a lot of great games out that year.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, they didn't get
Facts.
snubbed. I'm chatting, but I do like that game.
Is there anything you want to talk about with this? Whoever put this up here?
Basically, man, I just want to let everybody know. I was like, this bad boy out. Like, you gotta check that mug out, man. That PC port is out now. You know, $10 on your Steam key, save. Sure, it's lit.
All right, let's go forward then. Sonic Superstars Emerald Powers freshens up some classic gameplay.
Now, I was surprised when I seen this bad boy because just looking at the way the game looks, it looked amazing. Even though it was in the side scroller format, it looked amazing.
This one, I did see this
Oh.
before, and I was like, "Is this one that they like?" I feel like I saw a trailer like them swapping between like the old graphics and new graphics.
Like this one right here, it's itself right now from what I've seen, but you know, you get access to all the other characters previously.
That
Amy,
is
your
crispy.
Knuckles, your Tails, and all that stuff. But the one thing that I found that was quite interesting with this one, not only the way the stages, like looked like there were several different pathways on the stages, was also the fact that they chose to enhance the emeralds. Instead of, you know, you just collect all the emeralds and then you possibly get to turn supersonic or whatever it's that. Each emerald gives you its own ability. Like you scroll down this bad boy, they have a list of
Okay,
Each-
Avatar. This
each
ability lets you
emerald
make
gives its own
clones.
ability.
Bullet, quite simple. Shoot your character into the chosen direction. Water, most useful ability possibly. For those who fear, whoever fear response to the track that players when you're about to drown. Water will let you move more easily underwater areas. Okay.
If you go into the video clip that they have, you actually see in gameplay what it looks like.
Right here.
Yep.
Oh, is that water? Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's water.
Oh.
Okay.
that's
We got
cool.
Sonic being an Avatar. All right, see.
Avatar, the way of water. I get it. It makes sense.
I just thought that was pretty lit the way they decided to give the emeralds more powers versus you just collecting them all and then being able to transform. You also have abilities outside of that you gain, like
Oh, this is the clone one.
The clone one, yeah.
Oh, okay. It's interesting seeing all these older games.
Agent everyone, and I thought that was like
reskin
funny.
essentially or revamp. I think
so
like
yeah, it seems
the
like they're
new
kind of
Super Mario is
mixing,
looking really
a
good
combination
also.
Wonder?
Traversal versus this is
Is that the
Oh
one it's
yeah, the
called?
one with the fucking elephant.
RPG. They got two. They got two coming out. They got
Yeah, I
one
think it's the
more
Wonder
RPG.
one.
of the game.
And I
Man,
was
that
like,
They did feel kind of limited because
this
you would
just
like
looks
activate them,
crispy.
and they would be available for like 30 seconds.
They really got me
and
wanting to buy
then,
OLED just because that
they go
handheld
away
was
and then
real
they're on
nice.
like a cooldown, so you couldn't use it for a
If
while.
I
So
can
it
get a
had to be
good
like
amount of money for my Switch on the trade, and I'll buy OLED. But
I can't wait for Wonder to come
I gotta
out
wait
so I
for a
could
new
get it.
Switch to come out.
So I could get it on the emulator. Huh?
in 2023, you should have a Switch, man.
I sold it.
Switch.
I sold it.
Why?
I sold it. I don't play it. My son wasn't playing it. He's happier with the Wii. So he played that shit. That modded Wii I got.
Hey, it's what it is.
Yeah.
He played Nightfire?
Huh?
He played Nightfire?
He's playing Mario Kart. And he played the basketball, John, whatever the basketball. He threw an alley-oop to Peach earlier. And she dunked on Bowser, and he started singing the Peaches song.
Hoops.
That motherfucker was
That's
funny.
one. Yeah.
She dunked on him for the game winner, and he was like, "Peaches, peach, peach." I was like, "Really?"
Oh my gosh, boo!
I'm just saying, that's hey, he's 6.
He had to do his thing. And like,
Blizzard Buzzkills fix Diablo 4's best bug. What up with this?
Basically, this bad boy, I guess it would allow you to farm a specific item. You scroll down, they would what they would do is they would drop it and then pick it back up and then drop it and then pick it back up again. Essentially completing the quest faster, far faster. Yeah, there it is right there.
That's big bright energy right there.
The one that's got this, season requires players to obtain 10 caches from the Tree of Wisp. But it was discovered last week that it didn't have to be different caches. You could get one, pick it up, and put it down 10 times to complete the mission.
What?
This is one of those times where I need people to shut up and let me vibe, because I hate these stupid tasks like this. Pick up 10 of these. I'm like, bro, why? You're just giving me busy.
Because what you would have to do the Tree of Wisp is you would have to go do the missions. For each time you were going to the Tree of Wisp, you have to pick up the request and then go do the missions on the world map. It will be like highlighted in red. You have the missions in different spots, and then you come back to the Tree of Wisp and get the cachet, and that will pose the count as 1. But they found out that you can take the cachet, put it down, and then pick it back up, and then put it down and pick it back up, so you don't have to go do these missions that you're supposed to do in order to complete the quest.
Just let me be great.
What assholes, That's crazy.
That's why you see they booted, because they patched it.
Oh my god, that's weak as hell.
They patched it.
Oh god.
What's up with this? New horror game cancels PS4 version.
I didn't even know that.
That's
this
good.
was
That's
a
what we
thing.
want, right?
But yeah,
I do. That's what I want.
Technically, yeah.
The reason they said they canceled it is because they said that it was on hardware limitations. They feel like hardware limitations. It would take them too long to work on it in order to be able to get it out. So that's why they canceled working on the PS4 version of this Quantum Error. I had never seen this game before. I didn't even know they were making it, to be honest with you. But after seeing some of the gameplay for it, it was fucking amazing. I can't lie. The game was badass as fuck, especially this one scene where dude cut off whatever it looked like a damn zombie humanoid's head, and the motherfucker continues to swing on him after his head's been removed. I was like,
chick on his head cut off?
I swear.
It was Quantum Error, right?
Quantum Error, yeah.
Let's see. I don't know what the hell this is. Let's look at it.
Yeah, check it that way out.
Let's see. 1 year ago, PS5 trailer. Okay.
Yeah, that's what surprised me. I didn't even know this was a game.
Y'all talking about a game that had a trailer from a year ago? That y'all talking about canceling PS4?
I seen the footage.
Not about a new trailer.
If so, what's your thoughts? All right, I got you in a sec. Fresh, I'll ask him.
They said they canceled that bad boy. Too much work.
Okay, light on in the dark room. Here we go. Flashlight. Dead people. Team kill.
Is this a remake or something?
Okay. Hit that beat. What? I'm not scared, I'm just confused as hell.
Yeah, it's a scene
So you're a space firefighter?
I don't know. I'm not sure if the concept of the game is space firefighter, but I also I don't know like where you was.
We need to go. I have a bad feeling about this.
Jesus.
I don't know. I don't think this trailer did it justice. I said one to you in the Discord. I think they did it justice.
Okay, because right now they talking about canceling the PS4 version. They might need to cancel this PS5 version too. This shit did a whole lot of nothing for me. All right, let's see.
I sent you one in the Discord. You scroll down. That's the one I seen.
Now I'm just confused. Like, huh?
I ain't know what the fuck I was looking at, bro. I'm be honest.
I saw some cool shots, but I'm also just like,
nah. You scroll all
where
the
we
way,
going?
Right there. This one here?
That's
Okay.
better.
All right, let's watch this one, chat. We're gonna watch this one. Cause that was a long 1 minute. I ain't gonna lie. Instantly better.
Yeah.
Instantly better.
Yeah. You see this. Finally.
Okay, now playing Doom. Okay, there's an island. Cool.
That artifact you recovered.
Damn, she got a big ass head.
The answer to
Shit,
all
what's the
our
firefighters
questions.
You see it?
I know they don't pay this firefighter.
We can't control them now.
He must be from the Death Stranding universe. all the social workers got to do all this shit just to do their job.
Mailman lived to travel the stars.
See, I don't know what I don't know what their other trailer was about, man.
Humanity's reach will be infinite.
This man's in space and his weapon force is an axe.
See, look, the first trailer was a minute and it felt like it was 5 minutes. This one was a minute and a half.
That had to be 3 minutes on our first trailer.
Nah, it was a 1 minute trailer.
That was crazy.
This shit is crazy. Okay, so I ain't gonna lie. Certain parts of this, texture-wise, look like it's at the beginning of Unreal Engine 4. So I'm hoping that they fix that and make it look smoother, because you can't show me something that's kind of blocky with big, broad shoulders and then tell me it couldn't run on a PS4. I just don't believe you. So,
they honestly just said they didn't want to make the game. This is what I'm feeling.
Maybe.
Also, why are we still making it respectfully? Why are we still making games on PS4?
Because
I think this would be the last year they do that.
Because like, how long were they making games for 360 after Xbox One came out and PS3 once PS4 came out?
For like 5 years, 4 or 5 years.
Still?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, facts.
They were. They were.
I'm ready for that to stop. I need them to have more PS5 exclusives at this point.
Well, people couldn't get their hands on them, and now people broke, and then Succession. We can't all work for NASA like you, Oz. Goddamn.
I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
Yeah. All right. So here we go. Here we go. I'm gonna touch on what you just said, Gus. We're gonna go backwards real quick. Fresh Nettles says, "Have y'all seen footage of Remnant 2? And if so, what are y'all thoughts?" I have not seen a lot of Remnant 2. I've mostly seen Remnant 1, which I thought was phenomenal. What up, CB? Remnant 1 was a whole lot of fun, so I can only assume that Remnant 2 is going to be better and look a little nicer. Anybody else here played it or seen it?
I saw it. It looked pretty good. I just didn't want to pay for it.
From what I've saw, I think I saw like one YouTube video on. It looked clean. I don't know what I'm getting it yet though. That's the only thing. But the year still.
It'll end up on Game Pass eventually.
I'm gonna get a Game Pass for $1 too. That's right. When does that expire?
I don't know. I mean, they haven't done it recently.
Just keep making new emails.
Okay, bet. Then I'm gonna have to go apply for that tomorrow. Get that $1.
Yeah, facts. So here we go. Next up, Gus says, "Oh, it's the same people that were talking about how the Xbox SSD is ass or something on Twitter. They said they have to do something with the game for Xbox because it runs fine on PS5, but they're having issues with the Xbox. You know, the most powerful console." He said they said the game runs at 4K 60 on their Twitter. The Series S is holding back the Series X. Would you look at that? Me and Nug actually had a conversation about that because recently, yeah, this was like the other day, a couple days ago, talking about the Series S and how it was getting a bunch of hate. He made something on Twitter about that. He said he retweeted, or I don't know if, I think it was a retweet from somebody else talking about he don't understand why the Series S gets so much hate. And I was like, it's because it's holding back the Series X. You have something that's underpowered versus something that's supposed to be the most powerful console, and it has to run the same on both of them because they're both considered next gen. That's why you have so many 30 FPS games coming out from Xbox, because it can't run properly on the S. So Todd Howard saying that it's underutilizing the X because it's trying to max out what the S can do. So that's why you have a lot of these discrepancies. So yes, I agree. It is actually shitting on it's holding it back. I don't understand why they did this. Like I said, they should have had a system like the One X, somehow just get an RDNA 2 update or something and then re-release that, because it was already $349, and I think that would have been perfectly fine. And it could have ran most of these newer games because it does still have the native 4K and most of the same stuff in it. It probably would run it a lot better than this 1440p, as Nug called it, casual machine, casual console, whatever, for $299. I just don't think that was a smart play, and they're shooting themselves in the foot now, and they're continuously doubling and tripling down on this idea. Let that shit go. It's not gonna work. You got to find another way out of this, or you're gonna give up a whole console generation again.
I'm trying to think about
I like my
this.
Series S. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Nug will live and die by that Series S. The only thing I think about for the Series S, they would have to I've been looking at containers a lot recently, and like cloud gaming. Like they would have to really just push cloud gaming and make it seamless, because like I feel like you should be able to get 60 frames out of Starfield via the cloud on the Xbox Series S.
Yeah, I mean that's a good idea.
I get what y'all are saying, I really do. But if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong on this, I think when they were questioned about Starfield in 30 FPS, was it Phil Spencer or somebody said that they chose to put it at 30 FPS? Just
Todd Howard.
Todd Howard said that, right?
Because he said he wants it to be the same across all the systems.
Also, it was because of the Series S. That's why he said that. I don't know.
You can infer that. He won't say that, but you can infer that, because PC and the Series X should run at 60. The only one that would have a hard time is the S. So you can pretty much infer that's what he meant.
I was wondering if that was supposed to help out some of the PCs, also the lesser powered PCs, like it is locked in at 30.
That's another good point.
It could help them.
What are volts? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think so, because you have minimum PC requirements to run the game, right? If the game's target is 60,
but
then
even when people meet minimum PC requirements, you still have a lot of PC ports, especially this year, that have come out wonky, and they're like, well, we have to keep messing with it because there are so many PC combinations. We got to make sure we're getting it right.
And you have, I would say, even more that are perfectly fine. How many mobile enabled PC games are there out right now? Combat Master, Farlight 84, Kart Rider Drift. There's a ton of these that are getting ported to PC right now on Steam and are doing absolutely phenomenal. And other than what, Last of Us and what's another bad one recently? Okay. Yeah, a lot of the AAA titles, they're the ones having a lot of issues. Yeah, well, no, I mean it's a mobile, it's a crossplay.
Coming from quote unquote, I guess PS5, PlayStation architecture over to PC.
Yeah, Pocket Bravery. I'm trying to think of some more that are doing both right now. There's another one I just had on the tip of my tongue, but it's like a good chunk of them, Omega Strikers, damn, there you go. A lot of them are coming to both and they're doing fine. But when you look at a lot of these AAA games, I don't know exactly what the issue is with them, but I will say that looking at consoles, they are struggling on the Xbox side.
Yeah,
What happened?
Just put the specs for I'm assuming Starfield, and it doesn't look like a lot at all to run Starfield.
Ryzen 5 2600X.
You know, like,
or the i7 6800. That's
a generation or two back for processors. An older
1070 Ti. That's it. That's interesting. We ain't even in the RTXs yet. That's crazy.
Yes, those are older specs. I guess it does make it more broad, so you really can play it from older equipment, etc.
Right.
Now
We
I'm
could
curious
easily
if they
win
are
the
just
PlayStation
targeting it for
now.
themselves. Then 30 frames themselves.
Volts. I don't know if you were there, bro. We did win the pistol challenge that same day. I'm sorry to tell you. We ended up getting it on the last game of the stream. We ended up winning with the pistol challenge. Video's gonna be out on Monday. Don't make sure you don't miss it because you win it. Yeah. So that's my take on it. The Series S is fucking it up for the X, but that's how I feel.
It's the redhead stepchild. It's always gonna get blamed for something.
Said redheaded stepchild.
Well, if my child got redhead, we got some issues. But
No, that's right.
yeah, oh, you did. Facts. Comedy shooter High on Life surprise launches on PS4 and PS5.
What? High on Life is coming to PS4 and PS5?
What the fuck was that?
No.
Did you see that pop
I'm
up?
not
What the
gonna
hell?
lie. Go ahead.
I did see the pop up.
What was y'all
No,
take on this?
Which one? The High on Life, Futurama.
Futurama's I'm a big Fortnite fan, but High on Life.
High on Life, I was like, oh, it's finally coming to PS5 and PS4, and they didn't even announce it. It just popped up. I saw it like on Monday morning. I think I was like, huh? Oh, that's cool.
That's one of the reasons to be on Xbox right now. At least Game Pass.
I was gonna say
High on Life.
I'm not saying it's an L, but as somebody who owns both, I'm not buying that game on my PlayStation. I just play it on my Game Pass. I've always preached that, like on all my platforms and to everybody, that you should have both. If you can afford it, get both. If you can, or get PC, Game Pass, or whatever you can do. You should be on both platforms. You never should pigeonhole yourself and have all this weird brand loyalty and fanboy stuff going on because of situations like this.
I agree 100%, and that is my stance 100% on Kick versus Twitch. Stop being weird, people. Whatever helps you reach your objectives, you do that shit. I am using a Twitch-based app streaming on Kick to bring you a podcast. It's the same thing. I have no brand loyalty to either of these hoes.
I like how you pivoted so strongly.
Oh, absolutely. I just wanted to say he made that argument. I had to take this time to give my beliefs on this and stuff. I know you were sleepy, Volts. It's all good. We got you next time, brother. So the Fortnite Futurama thing, we already know that's a dub. I mean, there's no real reason to talk about this too deep.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to beat right now.
That's just really good brand marketing for me. It's like, y'all know what y'all doing.
Yeah, facts.
The Fortnite is the best, probably most influential in the last decade.
Most influential battle royale.
Video game.
We're gonna keep having this debate. We're gonna keep having this debate.
I'm just telling you, man, it's a crazy influential game.
It definitely had a big craze because, like, you had Ninja going on the Ellen DeGeneres show and pulling up rappers and athletes in Twitch.
Listen,
Twitch
he
streams.
says
I'm
Fortnite.
not even talking about that in like its peak. I'm just talking about how it went free to play, and it wasn't the first to be free to play, but it inspired a lot of other games to go free to play and adopt the battle pass system. Battle passes is in every
game now.
Every other game has a battle pass.
But they didn't invent the battle pass.
They did. They have popularized it.
Like, they did it the best. It's not about who did it first. They did it the best, and they made everybody else want to copy that to make their money that they were making. And then they have the collabs. They weren't the first to do a crossover or collab, but they do it the best. And now you have all these other companies trying to do collabs and forcing it, like the damn Nicolas Cage and Dead by Daylight. Like, nobody asked for that. So I would just say that
he said he needs a check.
Success. Fortnite's success, I would say, in the last 10 years, For sure.
I disagree only because there's one other game I would put there, and that is GTA 5. That's the only other game I would put there instead of
Who's
them.
copying 5 in particular?
A lot of
GTA
people.
As a franchise, just 5. Just 5. We can only go 5. You can't say the franchise.
Yeah,
just 5.
yeah, a lot of different people. Games as a service became a thing again because of them. This is the longest running game. This game came out, what is it, 13 fucking years ago or some shit like that? This game came out when I was working at. Yeah, it's fucking.
It's 10 years.
It's insane, and they're still selling it for almost full price half the time, and it's doing just fine. And it even adapted RP games as a service, constant DLCs. Huh?
Is it the best selling game ever?
I think so. Yeah, billions. They made billions.
Up there. It's up there.
They made billions.
Did they influence other games to copy?
Yeah.
Who's copying them?
Games as a service. All these games for years were trying to come out there and like just keep building DLCs. So instead of you dropping
alive.
Yeah, so instead of you just dropping a game and doing like a roadmap of like a year and being done, what they did was they would drop a game and they would try to keep that same exact game alive forever and keep putting out DLCs and shit. Now, not a lot of people did it at a good rate or whatever, but they tried.
I was gonna say I don't know nobody that was copying that the way people was copying these battle passes. Like battle passes in every other game, bro. That's tough. Like games that don't even need battle passes have battle passes right now.
It's really
well, they're also free to play. This is a paid game. This game is a tutorial on how to make hella money. Fortnite is a tutorial on how to make crossovers. It's two different things.
That's not true. They made hella money.
Nah. But listen to me. Everything on GTA is paid. Every fucking thing. Everything. Yeah. And now you got them even breathing in brand new life again with the whole RP system. They won't let the fucking game die. They talking about pushing back Red Dead. They're talking about pushing back GTA 6.
Was modders.
I mean, technically, yeah.
But you have to allow mods though. That's they know that it's bringing them. They know that it's bringing them money because you have to still have the game.
Yeah, because they could block the mods.
Right, they can block the mods, but they're allowing it because it's getting them sales.
5M, that's a whole nother service.
I mean, but you got to buy the game though.
You do.
You got to buy the game and have 5M. So they were working with these companies. Yeah, and have a PC. That's true. So they were working with like Epic Games and shit, and they were putting shit on sale when it was really blowing up. And they was even like, I ain't gonna say they was advertising it, but they was kind of turning a blind eye to the shit. Like, yeah, y'all want 5M, y'all good.
I will say that I do think that GTA is probably bigger and had a better, peak in sales, but like I just can't see other games copying the way they do for Fort. Everybody's copying Fort. It's also
vice versa. Fortnite's copying everyone else. Let me steal that dance move off you, sir. Let me just take that. Thank you.
That's true.
Inserting pop culture into their game, yeah.
I don't know. It's tricky for me because like Fortnite was a sensation nationwide. Like it made mainstream success. People like being brought on television shows. I'm like, hey, this is Ninja. Please Fortnite. It teach people how to play Fortnite. I'm like, this is insane. Kids win like $1 million. I'm just like, oh. I mean, everyone knew I was playing GTA, but
Overwatch tried to copy.
It's really popular though.
Overwatch tried to copy Fortnite. Now the game is on life support. It doesn't work for everyone. I agree. Outriders tried to copy that format for GTA with the same golf game as a service. Didn't work.
We could be here literally the rest of the podcast naming games that took that free to play whole battle pass method, or just battle pass method in general, or like the whole battle pass and collabs. Like that has been so many different games and nobody has even come close to being successful. Actually, Warzone has done very well for themselves, but I don't know. Game. Well, even if you want to say it's struggling, they've been able to have a free-to-play game with the battle pass that's at least nice, but everybody else is, I don't know.
I'm gonna tell you what really pushed Fortnite that nobody's talking about. It was like the first game where you didn't need to have Xbox Live Gold or PlayStation Plus to play online. That was one of the first games to do that shit. So if you just bought or just got a PS4 for your birthday or whatever the fuck, and your mom was like, what do you need? You don't have no money. Oh, it's cool, Mom, I got it. Give me some V-Bucks when you get paid. And you could go in there and play. That was to me, the genius move.
there's one more move on there that nobody gives them credit for. They're one of the first games to have crossplay. They had crossplay years before a lot of other games had crossplay, and their crossplay allowed you to talk in-game chat with PC, Xbox, and PlayStation,
and Switch
without any. And so I could, before Switch game chat was a thing, you could talk in Switch game chat on Fortnite. Years before they even had game chat on the Switch, like they influenced a lot of things. I can't think of a crossplay game before them.
So I'll say that. I mean, I'm sure if I try hard enough, I could find one. But Epic Games is really to thank for that specifically. I don't know if it was planned for mostly just Fortnite, but that was part of their Unreal Engine creator pack thing that they was doing at the time, because they were pushing it and trying to get everybody. There was a whole campaign for it at the time when they were like, yo, you should all try to be doing this crossplay thing. And then they were giving people like incentives to bring their games to the platform and using their crossplay features and shit. And then they were like, look, we're gonna do it in Fortnite. And then it kind of blew up that way. So a lot of people had the chance to do it. I don't know how many took advantage of it before Fortnite, or if Fortnite was the guinea pig at the same time they were marketing it, but it was a big push for them to try to get more games to do that shit. Which is why I say, if all these games are using Unreal Engine 5, there's pretty much no excuses as to why they don't have cross-platform. I don't get that. That doesn't make any fucking sense. So it was only a matter of time before games like 2K joined in. Next thing I would say is also, we can't forget games like Destiny and The Division, who have been trying to hang on for dear life and continue to push these big games that aren't really getting anything other than updates and crazy DLCs and shit. A lot of that shit is GTA. Plus, they had a black fucking character, which again, you could argue sparked a lot of new black characters coming out because Franklin did so well. You could say that, man. Who?
CJ was a black character 20 years before Franklin.
Yeah, but Franklin was a visionary, okay? And
True. Wait a minute, now you reaching.
Franklin was a visionary. You gotta think about that.
CJ,
Franklin was a visionary. Listen.
Stop.
Come on, man. Franklin was that guy, all right? Rags to riches story. That's my boy, all right? CJ just came back and he was like, you mark ass buster. You feel me?
I want to hear a legitimate influence for GTA is definitely more successful, one of the best games of all time. Like, but as far as just influencing the industry, I just don't see other people trying to copycat GTA's formula because nobody could get it right. Nobody even bothered from what 2013 to 2017. Nobody tried to copy GTA. They're like, GTA is GTA. They're gonna sell. They're gonna make their money. We're gonna try to do something else. Fortnite comes out immediately. Blackout goes from Blackout to Warzone. And you get all these other free games. I think Apex comes out. Like people are legit scrapping.
Trash, but
Overwatch.
People are scrapping their full games and coming out with free-to-play games. Like, nah, we gotta keep up with them. Nah, we gotta catch up to them. Nah, we gotta do what they doing.
See, you gonna make me mad, Nug, because Fortnite's the reason why I don't have a Titanfall 3. Okay,
I was gonna say Titanfall. CJ told me Titanfall got scrapped for Apex, right? Because they wanted to get part of that free-to-play market.
Yep.
Yeah, essentially. Like I remember when I was like, okay, I was in the depths of Titanfall 2 playing. I'm like, okay, Titanfall 3 should be coming out. I see the news article pop up on my phone. I'm like, huh? Respawn come up BR. I'm like, why would we do this? Like, why? We have Fortnite. I just want to play Titanfall 3. I was pissed.
Hey, let's talk about it, man. You ain't getting. I don't know if anybody's scrapping their game for GTA 5. They knew they couldn't compete. They weren't even trying. That's all I'm saying. They were just like,
I'm sure GTA 5 put some people out of business.
Oh, 100%.
But they've also been doing this for like since 2013, is it? But I did look up like most influential game of the last decade, and Fortnite is on top of a couple of the lists.
And GTA 5 is also on top.
I'm not gonna argue that GTA is more successful. GTA is GTA. I'm just talking about influencing the industry, other games.
I don't know,
because
like I feel like Epic used Fortnite in many different levels, like the game and that its engine to help push their sales with everything else. Because like, didn't they buy Rocket League after that? And God knows who else.
I think so.
I don't know, maybe.
Like, it really did help Epic though. It pushed and helped everyone else because like we have a whole bunch of games now that use Unreal Engine 4 and 5. People pushing their own games now. I think GTA may have been more financially successful. Sold more games, but like Fortnite, you can play on anything.
I think developers don't want to risk going up against GTA. GTA already has that type of game in a stranglehold, so it'd be a huge risk.
GTA
agreed. And then
it's a really solid game.
Was open world popping before GTA 5?
Yeah.
Was it really?
It was
10 years ago?
10 years ago in 2013, you had other open world games. You still had Skyrim, and you had other GTA titles. GTA 4.
Skyrim.
But I feel like GTA kept making the map bigger. I want to say, because like, when did the Witcher games come out?
Witcher 3 was like what?
5. That was
4 or 5. Definitely.
I can see like I feel like I see like comparison to the maps. Like I'm curious.
I mean, even if you want to talk about maps, Fortnite is changing their map every 2 months. Giving you a whole brand new map. They're giving you in-game concerts for the free.
Them concerts season 1, season 2 were pretty insane. Though. I ain't gonna hold you.
Bro, you had Travis Scott have a virtual concert during the pandemic, the first of its kind, and it brought in like $20 million. Like, come on, like they was out here doing some crazy influential stuff.
Hey, thanks Elin for the raid or the host, whatever they call it here. Appreciate that.
Team Eliminated.
Live event
How you
for a
doing?
while. But when it was at its heyday, boy, live events used to go crazy.
Really?
I don't
volcanoes.
Thank you,
I
bro.
don't tune in as much. I'm just saying, as far as the things that they're doing for the free, I think they inspired a lot of other devs to be like, you know what, we got to get part of this.
And as far as what they making niggas pay for, GTA 5 is that guy. And Franklin was a fucking visionary. Moving on.
It's a really solid game. Like it has.
It's a great. You can't argue that. You can't argue that.
It has store mode. It had 3 different characters to play. Decent map.
Hey.
It had jets.
Hey, look, I seen something the other day on Twitter, YouTube. I don't remember, but they basically said every time a developer at Riot is told to make a unique black character, they make the same dude basically. And I just thought that was hilarious.
We just said that when we seen that hair, bro.
That's
what
it
Miles
is.
Morales that haircut. It pissed me off.
I saw a tweet about that. It had a whole bunch of different people with dreads to the side. I'm like, okay.
Facts.
This is the diverse haircuts.
Now I gotta say this. Normally this would be the end of the podcast, but we got a special guest here.
Wow.
Even though we've gone through all of the topics, you know I had to make a little time for this other one. Oh man, would you look at this?
Wow.
We are going to do a tier list of Game of the Year contenders so far. We are halfway through the year. We got Mr. Is This the Game of the Year in the building right now. So here we go. It is time for the tier list. Fuck this dude. I don't know what he's doing on the screen. Here we go. So first up, we're going to put these in order. Nug, of course, you're going to go first every single round. Hogwarts Legacy. Where is it starting off? S tier. Okay, they can't all be S. Just keep that in mind.
Wow. I'll stick with A tier for that one personally.
Okay, it's fine. That's fine. We're going with S to start off with. Y'all hear this, man? Do you have any objections? Oz says A. What do you say, Nightwolf?
Nightwolf. I can't lie. Everything you get to do, riding the broom and stuff, collecting mystical creatures,
No
different types of
multiplayer.
spells you can use. Yeah, that isn't Earth for me. No multiplayer that bad boy. Because I feel like you should be able to play with your friends on that.
I feel like you should be able to, right? You ride around your homies on a broomstick.
I swear, I go out there and like controllers together, some spells.
So before y'all say that,
but I will go into this much is that it's not necessarily multiplayer is not necessarily needed for a game to be Game of the Year material.
Thank you.
Really.
We just talked about linear. We just talked
Right.
about that. Come
Fair.
on now.
Fair.
Come on now.
Not necessarily
That's
needed
fair.
for that.
Like, if that's your biggest complaint, everything else in the game was silky smooth, bro.
I could've-
And that game broke records. The most watched game on Twitch
really did.
ever. That game ran all of February and March. Come on now. And really
For now.
January in the anticipation.
For
Come
now.
on now. It had
So
a
does
record
that-
run.
does
Records
that
are
make
too
it
broken.
S tier? Does that make it S tier because more people bought it and tried it, or does that make it S tier because the gameplay was so phenomenal? Because I feel like once the nostalgia or the want of being in the Harry Potter universe was gone, nobody was talking about that shit no more. It was over like in
That's-
weeks.
It was over in a month after everybody beat the game. It's a single player. It's only 20 hours of gameplay. I mean, there was nothing else they could have. Everybody beat the game and
I don't know anybody that beat the game. Did you beat the game, Doug?
20 hours?
No, I'm not done yet. I'm not.
You didn't? Okay. I don't know anybody who beat the game. Everybody just stopped playing.
I know
Doug
people
didn't
who
beat
beat
the game. Oz, did you beat the game?
Well, I barely cracked it open.
Okay, I didn't beat the game. CB didn't beat the game. I don't know anybody who beat the game.
I've heard
Gus said he
about
beat the game.
Game, bro.
Gus said he stopped playing it. Everybody I know
I've heard
stopped
it could
playing
be
it.
too easy.
If we're gonna do that, I don't know people who beat the game. We can do that for every game on this damn list. Like
I know people who beat these other games.
Especially as content creators. I can name people who beat Hogwarts. I know people who beat it.
I don't know. I'm just saying that shit. You know, like, when I think of game of the year. Listen. People are still talking about Elden Ring, and it's been forever.
I'm still shocked.
Bro. Okay, but you gotta understand, Elden Ring is like the anomaly. That's a whole.
You know what we call anomalies? Game of the year,
bro. So what is the list about how good the game was or how close do I think it's going to be? Like, what does S represent? What is
everything? These are going to be the games that everybody says could be contenders so far for this year. We're ranking them to see which one you think is going to be right now. This is the best one. This is the one that if we stop right now, you think that'll be game of the year right now.
Stopping right now without Starfield and Spider-Man, it has a chance. That and I got 2 more in S tier. How many can I have in S tier? As many as I want.
I mean, if you make them all S tier, then we're gonna question.
To me, Hogwarts Legacy gets a what you call it? It gets a what do you call it?
I give it an A for effort.
Nomination. It gets a nomination.
It gets a nomination.
And the only reason that it won't get nominated would be for 2 things. Number 1, it came out in February and we had a whole 10 months.
Right.
Number 2, the controversy surrounding the game. But that game comes out in November. It is clearly getting a nomination. The open world wasn't empty. It was a solid game. There was nothing wrong with the game at all. People's only complaint is that
they didn't have Quidditch.
I want to address that Elden Ring came out in February also and won Game of the Year, but I digress.
Elden Ring.
I digress.
He said, "Don't at me, bro."
The
I'm gonna do this.
The only reason I think God of War lost to Elden Ring is because
it came out too late. It came out too fucking late. That's the only reason they lost.
Only reason they lost.
But check this out.
And then if we're being honest,
they lost?
nothing was gonna. I think we've got more competition this year than any other year in gaming in at least a decade. Elden Ring had God of War as competition, but Horizon was not beating it. Stray wasn't beating it. Xenoblade wasn't beating it. Plague Tale wasn't beating it. Like come on, bro. If we get through this list of games for 2023, we got like at least 3 that could honestly be a 3-way top for game of the year.
So here's how we're gonna do this, right? We're gonna let Nug go first. Chat and the other co-hosts that are not me can alter the decision, but I will allow Nug to have 2 protected spots. Ooh. So no matter what we say, if he says it's an S tier, it's a fucking S tier. We're gonna do it like that.
Well, protected spot, Hogwarts Legacy. Thank you.
You using it now?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. No pun intended. You jump in the broom, brother. Here we go.
I know that game, bro. I'm telling you.
Okay.
I'm looking at the list.
I digress. All right, here we go. Dead Space.
I didn't play it, but I'll give it an A or a B.
Where you want to put it?
Well, what else is on that list? I'm gonna do A. I'm gonna do A because I heard great things about it. And
he's doing A. Chat, help me out. Where do y'all want Dead Space? Oz, where you want Dead Space?
Actually, I lie. Give me B.
Okay, we'll go B.
He did it for me because I didn't play the game. I've heard good things about it. I've seen people play.
You got an 89. I got an 89. You got an 89, and yeah, I give it a B.
Nightwolf.
Like, play it. In my head, I'm giving like S's are 100, A's anything from 90 to 99.
I can think of a game that was. I think of a game like Dead Space was great for the remake, them remaking it and everything. It was great.
Right.
I've heard a lot of great things about it, but I got a game up there right now that I already think is better than that bad boy.
Don't say Callisto Protocol.
No.
Oh, okay.
This list right here.
I think you better say Jedi.
Nah. of course,
Oh, you talking
know,
about the other game? Okay, I know you talking about.
Mhm.
What the fuck you talking about?
My bad.
just comparing them in the same class.
I
it's like-
don't even know why I even said that. I know
Yeah.
what game's talking about.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. So next up, no, we're gonna start with you again. We got Jedi Survivor. Where's that?
I love that game, but I'm also gonna put that at B.
Is it before or after Dead Space?
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
put
that
it
matters
in
too.
front of Dead Space, but it's still B.
Okay. Cool.
It's still a B.
All right. Oz.
I'm gonna think about this one because, like, in my head, I put that one in A, right
Really?
next to Hogwarts. But I've also haven't played. I've just seen a lot of gameplay on it, and I was like, "Oh, this game looks like it should be a lot of fun." I mean, B is right where it's at. It's fine, also. Just I still haven't mustered up the courage to pay for that game.
It's a great
All right.
game, but I just don't think it has enough to get close to Game of the Year. I'm not going off of quality of the game with this one. I'm just saying as far as
This
I don't
is
think
for
it'll
Game
be.
of the Year.
It could you could do A. I
Could A?
love Survivor, but it's some other bangers on the list. I think it will surpass it. It's tough for me, but I like personally, like personal bias. I think it's definitely a candidate with Hogwarts Legacy, but I don't have that many protected picks, so I gotta put it in.
Nightwolf. What do you think?
Honestly, you know what? Like, I hadn't really had a chance to play the game like that, to be honest with you.
Yep.
But looking at some of the stories from the first one and then seeing what they was deciding to go into with the second one with this memory and whatnot with the gameplay also, I think it should be an A. I don't think it should be in that same category with Dead Space, to be honest. With
Okay, give it A. That's a good call. I'll go with that. Let's rock out with A then.
All right, we can go A. That's fine. So far we got an S, an A, and a B. Next up, Atomic Heart.
All right, I'm gonna be honest. Didn't play it, but I don't think it even gets in the conversation of Game of the Year. So I'm going D. Nobody's gonna call that their Game of the Year. Nobody's gonna call it.
It had a
It's going
freaky
in D.
fridge, man.
Freaky
It had a
fridge.
freaky fridge.
I'm not saying it wasn't a good game. I'm just saying nobody's gonna put that as their Game of the Year. So
Listen,
I gotta put it in D.
The freaky fridge wanted you to squirt some polymer all over her, bro.
I
What you
tell you,
mean?
she wanted it.
Oz, where you at with it?
The game looked good. I was gonna put it in C.
Okay.
That
State
first
your
stuff
case.
is creepy. I still have yet to play. I still have yet to get more than an hour into that game. Like, I started it on my PC, just haven't got into it yet. But it looks, from what I've seen on Twitch and YouTube, it looks like it should be a good game. But I don't think it's winning Game of the Year at all.
Okay.
You might as well put Redfall out there because it's not gonna win either.
So what?
Nightwolf.
I'm about to think. I'm looking at this list, man. I'm looking at these games, and I'm like, there's some games I'm looking at, and I'm like, that's something I'm about to eliminate from the conversation for real. Like, I'm sorry, Dead Island 2, it was okay. I honestly think they should have did more considering how long we had to wait for it. You
And how much hype they had to go behind.
You lose the open world aspect, but you give me a linear story that ain't even 8 hours? Ain't even that much. Like, come on, man. You get 3 players. You got how many characters? What, 6? 8?
So I just want to backtrack here. Atomic Heart is a D for you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Where is that?
Okay, cool. Dead Island 2 was solid, but didn't
Y'all
do
skipping
anything
over the
new.
games.
That's
Yeah,
what's-
with
right.
Diablo.
He jumping the gun. Here we go.
Nightwolf saying
Diablo
he's sick and
4.
tired of this.
Diablo 4. Nug, where that's going?
I didn't play it, but it's got a lot of hype right now. So I'm honestly gonna say that's gonna be a B. I don't think it'll win Game of the Year.
B. Wow.
It may or may not be a finalist because we got some bangers coming, and you can only have 5 slots at finalists.
Yeah, I think so.
It could be give it an A. Give it an A because people love it and they're gonna keep playing it because they like the little dungeons. But it's not gonna. It's
The
not gonna
little
be a finalist.
dungeons.
I've been watching a lot of friends. I have a lot of friends that are just grinding that game. But I'm just saying, from the standpoint of what you get, 5. You get 5 slots, 4 slots. That's not gonna be in the top 5. But it's a really good game.
I'm gonna yield my time to Nightwolf.
Nightwolf, where does Diablo 4 go, brother?
Nightwolf, man. Story wise, I can't lie, man. I might have to go back through and play it again. There was some parts where I was like, this is fucking crazy. And then there were other parts where it's like, I wish there was just more more story in it. For real, I won't lie. So I honestly, gameplay wise, graphic wise, the game looks amazing. It's fun as hell. Play with your friends. The way you can set up these builds for these characters is crazy. But I gotta go with Nug on that one. I don't see this one being game of the year. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know, it's some real shit. I love Diablo. As much as I love Diablo, but I put bias aside, and I can say I'm not seeing this being game of the year right now. Because there's one thing I do figure that a lot of game of the year games have in common. They have, if they don't have some crazy story going on with it, they have, oh my god, like it's blowing everything out of the water compared to the other games in the year. And Diablo 4 ain't doing that right now. It's not doing that.
Oz, what you think? Talk some sense.
I'm shocked. I really thought Nightwolf was gonna put that one in S tier.
S tier. I thought so too. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm shocked. No, Diablo, that's your ish. Your bread and butter.
Yep.
Where you put it at?
I was gonna put it in A tier, maybe S tier. I know how popular Diablo is. Like I've taken an Uber to somewhere like to get I took an Uber last week or 2 weeks ago to get like my tires changed or whatever. Talking to the guy like, yeah, I'm into Diablo. He told me all about Diablo 3 and Diablo 4. So I was thinking this is gonna be an S tier game, like the way he's described it to me, and the way I've talked to you guys about it in the past. I know like everyone loves it. I played the demo. The demo was really good.
Amazing.
So I don't play top-down games like that, so this one was like, whoa.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, I will make this very clear. Compared to the other Diablos that have come out, gameplay wise, graphic wise, flexibility for them friends, crossplay, and all that good stuff, way better.
I'm gonna just say this. I think Diablo 4 is S tier. I actually do. It has a phenomenal story.
I think it has
It's got multiplayer. I think you can't rule this one out. Like if you had a top 5 spot, it should take a top 5 spot. I really do think that it would be up there. And it's only in season 1 right now. People are literally still coming back and playing it, and then they keep doing more shit with the game already. Stuff's being announced. They got a lot of more balancing to still do, but it's the first of their kind making this, ARPG with MMO elements that's actually going really well. It's nothing like Immortal, which has already won people back over. I mean, to me, Diablo 4 is definitely S tier.
Cause like I'm looking at your list, and I'm only thinking like only 4 games I'm thinking should be on S tier on that list.
But hey, it's 3 A's and an S, so it can stay where it's at, I guess.
3 A's?
You said A, Nug said A, Wolf said A. I'm the only one who said S, so it's got to stay A, right?
I'm thinking it could be it's either
not an
or.
S, man.
I just don't know.
It's S tier, bro.
4 or 5.
It's up there.
The game is an excellent game, but if we're talking about the best of the best as far as your finalists, there are a couple of games that are going to leapfrog it immediately.
I don't know. I think the story is phenomenal. I think that the multiplayer is great, and it's gonna have longevity. It's gonna be niggas playing this shit all fucking year. A lot of people are gonna be playing this all year.
I'm not denying that, but if we're being completely honest with you, immediately Zelda has a spot. I think Hogwarts has a spot. So those are 2 right there, whether you like Hogwarts or not. Starfield pretty much has a spot.
It ain't out yet. It ain't out yet.
Those
it ain't out yet.
Spots, bro.
I don't know about Starfield. 30 FPS.
Starfield. I can't say about Starfield yet. Because what happened to Cyberpunk?
As long as
definitely.
As long as they don't botch, I'm giving them the
benefit. That's a big if.
Release.
That's a big if.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Based on what? Why do you have so much trust?
Have you been seeing the hype around this game?
Yeah, exactly. Think about how much hype all these other games, right? They did the same thing for Redfall.
Come on, man.
And then if you want to say Bethesda, what's their last game?
Is
Fallout 76.
Paying you, Nug?
Fallout 76 was their last project. Come on, man. I don't have this love for them.
Y'all don't think that game is going to be a game of your candidate?
I don't. I honestly don't.
I'm skeptical.
I'm super skeptical.
I'm not. We don't know if the game will come out smooth. So I'm just saying, hypothetically, it comes out without any game-breaking issues, and it gives us what we saw
Bethesda
in their showcase.
They're known for bugs at launch.
As long as it has a decent release, it should be a candidate.
Personally, I think the game will be empty.
It's gonna be barren. 10%
I
of
feel
it's
like
gonna
we're
be
gonna catch up to
inhabitable.
do.
The story might be
I'm with
okay
y'all.
sometimes.
I don't think it's gonna win. I'm just saying that I think it will get a candidate spot just off the hype that's surrounding it.
I don't think so. I
If
think
it's
if you
worth
had to
it,
swap it,
Sure.
I
Like,
think
if it
I think
actually lives up to the
Starfield.
hype, cool. But if
I
it
think
doesn't, I don't
Diablo
think
is
it's
gonna
live up to
pass
the hype.
Starfield. I think
I'm
when
saying
it comes
we're
out, Diablo will be better.
50-50 because we're saying this. We don't know if it's gonna be good or bad. So I'm just saying if it's 50-50, let's just say hypothetically, it's not terrible. Based off what we've seen, the hype they're getting, and the type of game that it is, and it being Bethesda, it will get a slot.
I don't know
nomination.
because Redfall was Arcane, and I trusted them with my heart and soul, and they let me down. So I'm
I
not
ain't gonna
doing
lie,
that again.
I didn't think Redfall was ever going to be like a game of the year.
I gave them the benefit of the doubt. I'm not
I
giving
think it's gonna be game
Starfield
of the
that.
year. I didn't think it was gonna be atrocious. I'm like, what
Whenever
is
they
this?
say the phrase "our most ambitious title yet," I give up all hope. When they said that, I was like, nah, they out. They out. I'm sorry.
Hey, look, I could be wrong.
Nah, I can't lie. I'm expecting Spider-Man 2 to be shit. Period. After Miles Morales and the Amazing
Thank you,
Spider-Man
Cam.
before that, I'm expecting this one. You put both of them together, you put Venom in the same fucking game. This shit's gonna be fucking crazy.
Oh,
Gus says it's gonna be Cyberpunk all over again for Starfield.
Look, I'm not saying the game is going to be perfect. All I'm saying is that off of the hype that people are giving it, I can't see it not being in that category of finalists. I don't think it's going to win. I think Spider-Man or Hogwarts are my picks. But I'm just saying the hype that they're getting, y'all cannot lie. On social media, people are riding Starfield hard. This game is going to have to basically
30 frames.
I'm gonna say this: the only games that I've seen,
people are banking, like people are hyped for this game. Y'all gotta get out there, man.
I see that, but it's first of all, let me just say this: anybody who is not African American out there, I apologize in advance. White people go crazy over space and Dungeons and Dragons. Those are the two things that will build up hella hype. I'm not fucking wrong. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. If it's space or Dungeons and Dragons, white folks pre-order that shit when they find out. That is what it is. Shout out everybody in the chat who is of Caucasian descent from the Caucasoids. Y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about, right? If it's brothers, we gonna pre-order some shit that look hood as hell and got good voice acting of a project nigga. We do that. And then white people, oh shit, Dungeons and Dragons and motherfucking space. Pre-order. That's what we do. So yeah, Starfield's gonna have hella hype behind it because that's what they do. But I'm just saying, the only games that I've seen that have lived up to the hype so far are Hogwarts and Diablo 4. Everything else has been kind of meh, and I'm not trusting.
Jedi was not meh. Next game.
God of War did.
God of War did. Well, I meant this year. I was talking about Diablo and Hogwarts. Next game is Chia.
All right, so
I don't know what that is.
I love Chia. It's one of my favorite games of the year. An amazing indie experience, but it's nowhere near game of the year. But I
Where you putting it?
love that game. I'm gonna put it at a D. I don't think it'll get, and it's not quality. That's not quality. It's a D, but that's just because it's an indie and it won't be a big enough. But I could see it getting. It will get some awards. It'll get some awards.
What about
Zo? Get in there, Zo. Get in there. What you got to say?
Throw it as a C then.
what about better than Atomic Heart?
Okay,
Is
we
it?
could do C. We could do C. I love that game. I'm just saying I was doing it based off my likeliness to get a Game of the Year nomination. So I don't think it'll get one, but it's definitely. If you haven't played Chia, it's free on PS Plus. I think y'all all should check it out.
Yeah, it's free on PS Plus.
It's free on PS Plus. It is an amazing experience. I really want those devs to get their respect. They made it based off their hometown. I forgot the name of my hometown. I'm sorry, but it's a small island and it's a beautiful game. The game is in their native language. It's amazing. I think you should definitely give it a try.
Gus said, can you imagine if they had dragons in space in a game? The Caucasians would lose their mind. I just want to throw that out there because I
Moving on. What do y'all rank Chia?
I haven't played it. I was going off what you say. I know you played it.
Oh, I love that game. I love
Oz, have you played Chia?
Not as of yet.
Okay, well then we'll leave it at C then, because I ain't got nothing to combat that. It don't look appealing to me. It's not my kind of game, but Nug is a cozy game guy. He loves games like that, so you know.
Shout out Animal Crossing.
It's just the culture that they put into the game, and I think when you just look at the fact that it was a smaller African
dev team.
Yeah, I just want to respect them, and I really want
feel
them
you.
to get their flowers
Yeah,
for
get
what they
their
did.
flowers.
That's how I feel
think y'all-
about Orion and the Legacy of the Coriodan. I push that game hard as fuck.
Oh yeah, that
I
game
still
is fire.
I still say that game is fire as hell, and it's from Cameroon, and nobody even really played it, and I'm like, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. Next up, Final Fantasy 16. Where does this go?
Great game. I haven't played it, but I did the demo. Demo was great. I enjoyed it. This is actually one of the games I think has a chance to be in the conversation, but I'm gonna have to go B. I
B.
don't think it'll.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go B.
In front of Dead
Final
Space.
Fantasy is either B or A.
Yes,
okay,
in front of
Volts,
Dead
we got
Space.
you. In front of Dead Space. Okay.
Right now, Diablo and Final Fantasy, they're up right now. This is their season, and I'll touch on this a little bit later. I touched on a lot of these games actually in my recent article on the website, but I was saying that there are a lot of games that have come out back to back that have basically had a nod to in any other year possibly be game of the year. I think in any other year, Hogwarts got it. I think in any other year, Diablo definitely could get it. I think Jedi in another year could get it. I think Final Fantasy in another year can get it. So I think it's just this is a loaded year. This is one of the best years in a decade to me since 2013.
You know,
I think this is a loaded year for games.
There is one that no one's gonna think about or talk about, but I know some people in chat have played it. It's an indie game called Dave the Diver. I don't know if y'all have heard of it.
Ooh, that's been going crazy lately.
It's been going viral, nigga. Dave the Diver is like it's like a Hi-Fi Rush level of just like, we didn't see this coming, but that shit is fire. So yeah, I think I know my boy Ski Master's in here right now. He'll probably be all over the shit talking about, yeah, that's the game. Like, he keeps talking about it every fucking day, messaging me on Discord about the game. I know he loves the game. So that's cool. But all right, Final Fantasy 16. Does anybody think it should be higher than B?
What is sorry, I got distracted googling. I think it could be A tier. I've seen a lot of good things about it. I don't think it's gonna win Game of the Year. I don't think it's S tier. Personally,
think it's better than Jedi Survivor?
I think so.
I just played the demo, so I don't.
You think it's better? You think it's better than Diablo? Is it on Steam? Yes, Volts. It's on Steam.
I don't think it's gonna pass Diablo.
Okay, so
and I haven't played this one for real. I just
haven't
watched
played it,
videos
man.
on it.
But I've seen a lot of clips from it. It looks fucking amazing. It's
Like,
phenomenal.
I think Diablo has a better chance to get Game of the Year than Final Fantasy to me,
which is
I
why
agree.
I put it.
I would agree with that.
I would put it below. I think Final Fantasy is good. I'm not saying again, none of these games on this list are bad. It's just best of the best type of thing.
Atomic Heart was pretty bad, but I got you. Resident Evil 4.
Resident Evil 4, man.
I've heard nothing but good things about that also.
Did play it, but
man.
On personal bias, I don't think remakes should be eligible for Game of the Year. So
Okay.
I'm gonna put that at a C.
Technicality.
I mean, let's be honest. That's a pretty fair technicality. If we're being honest. Because I
But
would feel the same way.
if we're doing that, is it worse or better than Dead Space? If we're doing that, because Dead Space is
also a remake.
They could be in the same. You could put both of them B. You can put them both B. That's fine.
I think
what do you think?
it should go in front of Dead Space, to be honest.
I mean,
okay, that's fine.
This is why Disney has to add a new song in their new movies, their remakes, so they could win awards, etc. So it's not the same exact movie. I digress.
Okay. So we're cool with it being B, Oz? You're cool with it being in B?
I ain't messing with that.
Yeah.
Hi-Fi Rush.
Yo, I forgot about
I ain't gonna lie, that's my game. If this game to me, if it wasn't a smaller studio, it would be in the conversation for Game of the Year.
Is it a small studio?
What are they? AA? Are they AAA?
What did they make? Silent? What was it? No, it was Silent Hill. What did they make? They made a horror game. Evil Within. Isn't it Evil Within?
Evil Within.
That's what it is. Yeah, it's one of them horror. I think it's Evil Within. I'm pretty sure.
I just feel like they're not going to get a nod, but it's an A for me. It's a great game. It's one of the best games of the year. It was a breath of fresh air. I loved it. This is what CJ started saying. This week came up with the you call everything Game of the Year, because I was saying Hi-Fi Rush is that game. He's like, it's too early and it's not going to win it, but I think it was a great game.
Hi-Fi Rush is a system seller. Believe it or not. I work at Best Buy, and people are literally still talking about Hi-Fi Rush. When they push like the ROG Ally and shit, they're like, "Yo, you can play Hi-Fi Rush." Everyone's still talking about this shit. So the fact that this came out at the beginning of the year, and we're at the middle of the year, and this motherfucker's still being talked about, and people are still talking about how good it is.
Yeah, that's
hey, you got two protecteds. You got two protecteds.
Nah,
what you want to do? You not doing it? Okay.
We're looking at the rest of the list right now, man.
Oh wait, what?
Yeah,
They
actually-
did Evil
actually-
Within
actually-
and Ghostwire Tokyo? Oh damn, never mind.
Yeah, I was about to say
They
that.
did
That's
Ghostwire
a
crazy
Tokyo.
end of this
Two of them are pretty
I
crazy
might-
right now.
I'm feeling S for Hi-Fi Rush. I don't know, man. That's a
Don't worry about the size of the studio. Just based on the game, how it released, all of that. What you
just
think?
based on the game.
Mm-hmm.
I think they should get a nomination.
Okay.
Yeah, they get a consideration. I don't know if they will, but I think they should. I think they should be in that top 5. I do. But I want to hear what everybody else thinks.
Zoe says no. Ghostwire Tokyo, by the way, Gus, was absolute dog shit. But I feel you.
I'm looking at what else we got to work with right here, you know.
Nightwolf?
Just based off what we got, just based off what we got left on this list.
Where's Hi-Fi? Let me know.
Be S tier. I know Zelda got a spot. Zelda definitely has a spot.
Oh, absolutely. I'm telling you now, that's the last S tier right there. That's it'd be the 3 S tiers. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Ooh, you think Street Fighter off S tier?
I can't look for Street Fighter.
No,
just because.
Because of
just because of what it gives you. Now CJ know I love fighting.
Yeah.
But there's a lot to think about when you come to Street Fighter 6.
Yep.
Don't get me wrong. It's an amazing fighting game in the base, right? But besides that, we also have to consider the in-game content that comes along with Street Fighter 6. That World Tier mode is crazy.
It is. It is.
It is crazy as fuck.
Their avatar battles and shit.
That's
dope as fuck.
Being able to go meet these other characters and get the fighting styles, and then put your characters against other people online, your own avatar character outside of the actual characters in the game in of itself.
Now, we'll say this, Nightwolf. I still don't know what you feel about Hi-Fi Rush, and you did skip 2 games. So, Hi-Fi Rush, where are we going?
he skipped way over.
Rush, man. I never really got to play the game, to be honest with you, but I did get to see the gameplay, and I can't lie, the game looks amazing.
Yes, it does.
I love the idea of them using the rhythm in the game as you fight with the combat system. It's pretty fire. Is it better than Jedi Survivor and Diablo 4?
Absolutely.
Real
like just on a face value, it's a better game.
I don't know that it's better than Diablo. I honestly don't. I would say I would give it better than Jedi, but maybe not.
It's
Diablo.
hard to compare because they're completely different games. But considering this is a shock drop game that came out of nowhere, a breath of fresh air. You just said yourself, people come into your job and they're like, "Yo, I still want that game." It was one of the most unique games of the year. It wasn't a sequel. It wasn't a part 3 or 4 or part 2. It was a legit, just great game. And the only reason we're saying that it may not get the nods is because it may not be a big enough studio. That's what I'm hearing right now.
I mean, so here's my thing. The 2 most talked about games I've heard this year are Hi-Fi Rush, honestly, and Diablo 4. Hogwarts had a lot of buzz and then it really died down. Hi-Fi Rush had a lower buzz, but it was more consistent. And Diablo is more recent, but I feel like everybody's gonna be literally everyone at my job and everyone that I know plays Diablo. So it's just hard for me to not include that as S tier because whatever they did marketing wise, I feel like it's
bump Diablo to S tier. Let's go and bump that bitch to S tier.
I mean, it could. But where do you put Hi-Fi Rush?
I keep Hi-Fi. I think Hi-Fi gets a nomination. If it doesn't get a nomination, it'll win everything outside of Game of the Year, like those little small studio awards, whatever they be giving out, like the little small Game of the Year.
Listen, if the case of Benedict Fox won, I think Hi-Fi Rush can win.
It'll win something. Hi-Fi Rush will win something.
I'll be on some real with you. I'll be on some real with you. Just because a game is A tier doesn't mean it doesn't get a nomination. On some real ass shit.
Oh, okay, we'll put it A tier then.
Okay.
If that's what y'all want to do.
Is it? I would still say Hi-Fi was probably better than. Better than Jedi Survivor. I don't know how I feel about that statement. That's tough.
It sounds like it had a lot of impact that just shocked everyone. Came out of nowhere.
It had a great shock value to it because no one expected it.
Great
I mean,
shock
it has
value, but
15,000 reviews on Steam, overwhelmingly positive.
Yeah, it's a good, complete fucking game that nobody expected to drop.
Game. What did we say earlier? Linear games get a nod more than
True.
multiplayer. Again, so I really think it could be S tier. It has all everything it needs to be an S tier game. I think it just doesn't have like that big studio behind it. I just don't see like that big name that you kind of just like, oh, I like that studio. Let me go ahead and vote for them.
It's probably the best rhythm-based fighter or melee or whatever rhythm-based game I've ever played, other than
100%.
like Metal Hellsinger. But I think this one was definitely a little better. I don't know. For what it is, I think it's the best at what it is. Is that enough to beat every other game? I don't know, but it is the best of what it is.
It can confidently beat 90% of this list. We know that for sure. So I think it should be.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So
what's the next one?
next one is Dead Island 2.
Dead Island, he gets ass right now.
Loved that game. It'll probably be a D tier.
D tier.
It was fun. I loved it. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't think it'll get Game of the Year.
They ain't getting Game of the Year.
And I don't think it was to me, it was not as good as Chia. I think Chia got C tier because it was really, really good. It just didn't have like the size to be anything higher. Dead Island was a great game. I just don't think it had like the lasting.
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
But it was a really good game. Not a bad game at all.
I think it having levels instead of being open world shot it in the foot.
Yeah, for me, that's my thing with it.
And I wanted more than just 2-player co-op.
I
thought it was more than 2-player. Ain't it up to?
Is it? Is it 3 players?
It's 3 people. I feel like it should have been at least 4 though. If you're gonna have.
That's true.
It should have been at least 4. That's real.
Gus says it's a C. Maybe somebody else thinks it's a C too.
I don't know. I think it's better than Atomic Heart. I will say that. I do think because Atomic Heart was a major letdown and it pissed me off.
Yikes!
I'm surprised that it made the list. It was definitely the odd man out of all these.
I'm telling you, we just.
I had to throw you some easy ones on there. Come on, now.
We just hell no, like that one was hell no.
Lobs.
I think DRC is fine for Dead Island 2. Either way, it's a solid game. Just doesn't do anything new. C is average. I think it's fair.
Well,
Okay.
again, Gus, this isn't based on how good it is. It's more so what do we think it's going to do as far as Game of the Year.
Most likely to least likely to be Game of the Year contenders. Let's put it that way. Something like that. Which is, oh hell no, D. There you go. Okay, Street Fighter 6. Now this is gonna cause lots of outrage.
Yeah, that game is it's a C.
Street Fighter 6 is a C?
That bro, what? Tell me the last fighting game to win Game of the Year, please. I'll wait.
Is this one of your protected picks?
No, you can move it. I'm just telling you, it's not going to win Game of the Year. It's not getting contended. You can put it whatever the hell you want to. It ain't getting nowhere near. It ain't getting contended. It ain't getting runner up. It ain't getting back. What is it? Bench warmer. It ain't getting none of that. Back up.
He said bench warmer.
It's not gonna get a contention at all.
It's
a good fighting game, but honestly, I think the hype is going to start dying down even more. Mortal Kombat about to take some hype, and then Tekken going to take some hype. I don't see this game winning Game of the Year nominations. You got 3 other blockbuster fighting games out right now. I can't tell you the last fighting game to even get a nomination for Game of the Year.
But you can fight anything. And anyone.
Did Injustice get a nomination?
What year was that? Let me see. I'm looking.
I'm asking if it did. I don't know, but I feel like that would be the last one to get a nomination, possibly.
Injustice did not get a nomination. From 2014 on to now, I don't even see a fighting game on the list for nominations. So if y'all want to down that here, y'all more than welcome. I'm just telling you, the stats are showing that the game is not gonna get y'all okay with it. Actually, I lied. Smash Bros. Ultimate got a nomination.
That's not a fighting game.
Well, there you go. We ain't had a fighting game get a Game of the Year nomination. And I'm not saying Street Fighter is bad, but it's no way it gets nominated. Especially with the big 3 all dropping. No way.
So check this out. Dead Island 2 was a pretty decent game. It's just not the best zombie game and has no chance of winning Game of the Year. Street Fighter 6, as of right now, is one of the best fighting games I've ever played. It is a complete package. And as a fighting game, it's S tier. How does that compare to other games on this list, though?
Exactly. That you're on the same path I'm on. As a fighting game, S tier. That's the only fighting game I have. It's probably the only one that I would get. But as far as Game of the Year nominees and nominations, it will not be more nominated than like a Final Fantasy or
there's
Resident
one
Evil
way
or Dead Space.
There's one way I could see this actually having a chance. It dropped earlier, and sales could propel it to that level. It could get that 5th slot based on sales. The only issue with Mortal Kombat and Tekken is they're coming a little later in the year. And while I do think they may be just as good, if not slightly better, depending on what it is, the level of difficulty is a lot higher on Mortal Kombat games. Let's just call it what it is. Street Fighter has more casual friendly stuff. They got a fucking career mode and all the other stuff. People are playing Street Fighter now that have never played Street Fighter or never had interest in playing Street Fighter, and it is still maintaining its buzz. If it continues to sell decently throughout the year, it could be one of the more successful games. And I guess based on numbers alone, it could slide into that 5 spot. I don't know if it'll actually get that.
I think there are 2 games down on your list that could easily jump Street Fighter in that 5th spot immediately.
Okay, what are they?
Metroid Prime and probably Pikmin 4. I recently got into the Pikmin bandwagon, I know, but I think those 2 games have the scores to actually jump over a Street Fighter. I think Final Fantasy could jump over a Street Fighter. I think every game that we put above it could jump over a Street Fighter. Like, there are a lot of games, like a fighting game, it's just not going to get a nod. And it is the best fighting game probably of recent. I like it that
How much
character players to have fun.
How much you want to bet when Project L drops, it's gonna get a nomination next
Project
year?
That you just showed us? Oh, you said
Project L, it'll probably be next year, I think, when it drops.
well, I can't speak on next year. I'm talking
but
about
I'm just
this year,
saying because that's League of Legends and it's turned into a fighting game. So based off of that alone, I think that one is gonna end up being a weird ass contender that nobody saw coming.
If based off your bet, it would be out of nowhere because there isn't a single fighting game ever. So you might have like a little sneaky bet right there. But as of now, nothing else has even been nominated. Just keeping that in mind when y'all try to bump it up there to A tier.
I think I'll put it in A tier. I don't think it's gonna win, just because like I think they like to give it story mode games.
Yeah, story. That's one thing to be killing it more than anything else is story, I guess.
And I think Hogwarts and Diablo would probably win over Street Fighter, just because fighting games aren't everyone's niche.
Right.
So I'll still give it an A. I think it's a really good game.
But they are branching out.
But I thought we were saying what we're ranking it on our. So you think it's an A as far as likely to get a nomination?
Ooh.
Street Fighter 6 isn't it selling record numbers right now?
It could get something.
Is it going to get a nomination? It is selling great. It's an excellent game. Is it going to get a nomination over a Jedi Survivor as a game?
In my head, I'm seeing like a whole bunch of reporters in a room, like they're doing like NBA ballots. I feel like it would get one nomination. One person.
Gus says it's the highest selling fighting game of all time right now. Yeah,
I still don't think it'll get a nomination. Highest selling fighting game of all time.
I think it can at least get one nom.
I feel like
what I'm talking about enough noms to so when we go back next year we say okay the finalists for game of the year are blah 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 blah. I don't see that being right there.
Because you were talking about Pikmin and Metroid Prime and I was like I think Street Fighter's gonna be an A and Metroid be a B. It's a remake.
I'm not a Metroid guy. I'm just going off like the most highest rated games. Yeah, it got the second highest rated game of the year so far. So I think the politics alone would put that above.
Which I find that pay Nintendo like if y'all don't release Metroid Prime 4, but I digress.
Just because of what Street Fighter is, I don't even like fighting games. Let me start off by saying that I'm not a fighting game guy. I haven't gave a shit about fighting games since Injustice, and before that it was Bloody Roar. Every like decade, I give a fuck about a fighting game. Street Fighter 6 was the first fighting game I bought because of all the shit that they put inside the game. They made it so that every single person could jump in. I like the way they have the new ranking system. I like the fact that they have the the single player story mode thing, which is part of the reason why I bought the game. Then you can make your character and then have your character learn from other characters and then battle out with other characters. That shit is crazy. They even, yeah, I think that based on the sales and stuff right now, it's, first of all, it should be S tier, and also it should be S tier. I'm gonna die on this hill. I think it should be S tier, and it could take the 5th contender spot. I do think it could. I do think it could.
So basically this game is going to make all types of history, is what you're saying.
It already is. What do you mean? It's literally making history right now.
I'm not denying you. I'm just saying we still got 2 more big fighting games to go, 5 more months, and you're saying that this game is going to take a 5th slot.
Think about that. Think about what you're saying. So both of those other fighting games have to drop, be great, bring something that the other games didn't bring, and then surpass it as the best-selling fighting game to have a chance to get a contender spot. This being passed again, I don't know that it's going to do that.
Cool.
I don't know that it's going to do that.
Was
You
Tekken
got
this other fighting game?
Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat, maybe.
Mortal Kombat and Tekken.
Which one of the 3 appeals to a broader audience?
The Street Fighter 6 appeals to the broader audience. My thing is, my original statement, or the one that CJ made, is that amongst fighting games, Street Fighter 6 is S tier. It is amazing. When you put it against other games, I don't think fighting as a niche is big enough to get a Game of the Year contention. It's almost like when you try to get like racing games or sports games, like it's just certain niches that are kind of like, we're not going to really give those Game of the Year nods. I think fighting is in that category.
2K,
it's an excellent game.
So my thing is this.
Even Forza don't get Game of the Year. They be getting like best soundtrack and stuff.
So my thing is this: the games that I'm thinking are possible contenders are the games that are grabbing people that wouldn't normally play. Diablo 4 is an ARPG that suddenly got MMO elements and got a lot of people who would normally not play Diablo interested in playing Diablo. Street Fighter 6 added a whole fucking campaign. It's like a 20-hour campaign. They compare it to like kind of like a watered down Yakuza game built into the game with great everything else, and the drive mechanic, which they say is the best mechanic they've seen in a Street Fighter game, probably period, or in a long time. So you add all of that together in one game, of course it's going to sell like hotcakes, because now people are pulling up that have never played Street Fighter before, never played fighting games before, and it's reaching that broader audience. So I think for that reason alone, it's going to get a nomination. I do think it's going to get a nomination. It'll be, I don't think it's going to win, but I think it'll get nominated. I mean, let's be honest.
The games that I think could probably get those slots, I think Hogwarts gets one of those slots. I think Diablo can get one of those slots before it. I think Hi-Fi definitely can get one of those slots. I think Final Fantasy or Jedi can get a slot. I still think Spider-Man 2 gets a slot. Almost guaranteed. Starfield, whether y'all think it flops or not, I think that game can get a slot. And then you got the off games that we really don't count as like the Pikmins and the Metroids. I just named you 9 games that could potentially have a slot in a 5-slot system.
So what's going to be the breaker for the top 5 slot? What do you think they're going to look at? Top sales?
I don't know. I don't know what they look at. That's the thing that I can't figure. I think it's politics. Realistically, I think it's just politics.
Because if you think about it, if you think about it, top seller. If you want to go sales, you have to put Street Fighter in there.
I think before they go sales, they'll go rating. And Street Fighter has an excellent rating, so you might be right. They have a 92 on Metacritic, so
I mean, it might. It has a. That's what I'm saying. It has like a. If you put it in like that 5th slot, I won't be mad. I'll be like, okay.
So if we go just the highest rated games of all time, right? Oh, well, not of all time, of this year.
Okay.
We got Zelda 1, Metroid 2, Resident Evil 4 Remake 3, Street
Remakes
Fighter 4.
Don't count. Okay.
Okay, so remakes don't count. So it's 3 or 4. So that's not included Hi-Fi Rush or anything else that we have in S tier. No Diablo, no anything like that. And we think that Diablo has a better chance. So that's why I'm saying if you're just going straight rankings or sales, yeah, but then the politics of Diablo and how much people love it, the politics of Spider-Man 2, the politics of Hogwarts, the politics of these games, I think we'll just give them a nudge. Street Fighter is an excellent game. Like I said, I don't like fighting games, but I have that game right now. Like I love it, but it's just hard for that to just break the barrier and say, hey, this is going to be the one fighting game we actually give an opportunity to.
I think it's going to come down to what happens after Mortal Kombat and Tekken. If Mortal Kombat and Tekken come out and Street Fighter's still on top, it's gonna get a slot. I think it's really that simple.
It's still on top after those 2 games come out. Yeah,
If Starfield comes out and it's not a flop, it doesn't get a slot. I think Starfield would take that slot from Street Fighter if it comes out and it's good.
Has to be great.
It has to be phenomenal.
It
has to be.
I think if that game gets like around a consensus of like an 85 or above, just go ahead and give it a slot.
Okay, maybe if it turns into the console seller that they want it to be, like they're hyping it up to be, if it turns into like a damn I need an Xbox Series X to get this shit, or like I need to get Game Pass to play this shit, then sure. We haven't had one of those games yet. I don't think there's been a game like that where, other than, like I said, maybe Hi-Fi Rush, because a lot of people are getting Game Pass to play Hi-Fi Rush. Other than that, right. I don't know if it can compete. I really don't think it would. But I think Street Fighter, for the purposes of everything we're talking about, I would say it's minimum A. I think that it should be S, but a lot of you guys have said it's not. So where do we put Street Fighter?
I said I put it from an A.
I would give it A.
Okay.
Better than Jedi Survivor?
I think it's better than Jedi Survivor.
I think it's on the cusp of S. Like, I think someone is gonna vote for Game of the Year.
I do think so. Yeah.
Like, I don't think any of these games are gonna win unanimously yet that are on this list.
No.
It's gonna be a fight.
It's gonna be a dog fight for real.
And
I
we
think
got
the
Zelda
years. I think
sitting
that.
out
So okay. Here we go. First of all, let's get this. Gus says Tekken and MK are gonna be good, but I promise they won't have the amount of content Street Fighter 6 has. I agree with that. 100%.
I agree with that 100%, but I think y'all are taking it as
I don't know about
okay,
that with Mortal Kombat. I don't know about that.
I don't think it's gonna have the content. Like I said, we already know amongst fighting games is top dog. I'm just saying amongst all games, I have a hard time thinking that these critics or whoever picks these games for Game of the Year is just like, you know what, we want to see a fighting game, because they just seem like the type of people. They seem like they're more like they're not the type of people who pick the game that everybody says, oh, this should have won. We know that for a fact, or Red Dead 2 probably would have won. Like they don't typically do what the fans necessarily think they should do. It's always like
what game beat Red Dead?
When they got a war 2018.
Damn, what's
that?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
God of War 2018.
Well, look, let me tell y'all how I think about stuff. This is how I break stuff down logically. We're gonna use basketball, right? If you want to tell me that you are the GOAT of all of basketball, I look at positions, right? And at first I say, all right, who's the best point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, center? And out of those 5 people that you come up with, I leverage them against each other, and I say, all right, cool, it's gonna be Jordan or LeBron. That's usually, if you want to throw Kareem in there, I understand that. Tim Duncan, power forward. Best point guard, most people are gonna say Magic. A lot of people are coming around later on saying Curry for some reason. But yeah, let's just say those are the top 5, and then you come out with whatever your answer is. If you look at games, right, you got story mode games. Out of story mode games, it's gonna come down to maybe Zelda and Hogwarts, something like that. If you're looking at multiplayer games, you got Diablo. Best indie game is gonna be Hi-Fi Rush. Fighting game, Street Fighter. Nomination, I'm just throwing it out there. That's how it's gonna come.
I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you, but if that's the case, why have they done that in over 10 years?
Because let's be honest, fighting games have been rinse and repeat for a long ass time. There ain't been nothing special about fighting games.
I'm looking at y'all sparked the interest now. I'm looking at the Game of the Year 2018. The nominations: Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I don't play Assassin's Creed games because, like, why?
That shouldn't have been. Okay.
Celeste, looks like an indie game. That could be.
Celeste is an indie game.
Itchy. How do you pronounce that one for C tier? Whatever. This.
You say Chia. Itchy?
My bad. Yeah. Yo, I'm really tired. My bad. Spider-Man was nominated. Monster Hunter World was nominated, and Red Dead, and then of course God of War 1. But I'm just like, I feel like Street Fighter could get a little head nod.
Yeah,
the problem with your argument is it's not apples to apples, because like we've been saying, this year is far more loaded than those years were.
That's true.
This year, off this list alone, for just the first half of the year, we got probably 3 games that's better than almost all that list.
Forspoken was better than Celeste. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Forspoken wasn't even a bad game. It just got a lot of unnecessary hate.
Fucking hate because she black, in my opinion. But that's neither here nor there. That shit was like a 7.5.
That's wild.
Niggas was giving it a 5. I was like, y'all lost y'all minds.
This is a loaded year, fellas.
It's gonna be worse.
But I guess y'all are saying A. Everybody said A, but me. So hey, I think it's
For what?
I think it would definitely get A tier.
Street Fighter.
Street Fighter, yeah, I think it's an A.
Yeah.
It's like a long shot A. It has a chance.
And my thing with content wise, where I think Mortal Kombat could change its inception is if they decide to add a conquest mode into that mode.
Conquest?
Mm-hmm.
There's
What's
6
Conquest?
games?
If they decide to add conquest mode into that mode, just an idea, they probably may not, but if they decided to add conquest mode into that, it's basically where you went through and it was like a whole story mode. You went to the different realms and everything in that motherfucker.
If they would have had Mortal Kombat be like how Project L is with the tag team shit as an option, I would say it would probably pass Street Fighter. But if they don't have that, they just have that little tag in shit right now with the little assists. I don't think it's gonna pass it. I don't think they did enough, and I think they weren't prepared for all the content that Street Fighter was gonna bring out. Nobody knew it was gonna be this big. So I think it's gonna be a solid fighting game for fighting game enthusiasts, and they're gonna have some really cool crossovers and shit. But I just don't think it's gonna have that staying power in the mainstream. Now Zelda, are we just giving Zelda S tier? Is that what we're doing?
It's S tier, just gonna put it on that.
Yes,
Are we just giving it that? Because I don't feel like Nug thinks it's that.
I just said I think it was an S tier. I said that 20 minutes ago on the show.
Yeah, but I think that's how you think people are gonna score it. But it seems like you just weren't really interested in it based on what you were saying earlier. So I just want to
I just don't have the urge to play it. But I mean, come on now, that's just my personal opinion. I know that game is a nominee. Like it's the highest rated game of the year. Like Ninja said, it's everything that you loved in Breath of the Wild. They just changed a couple of things. Is it my cup of tea? I don't know yet. I don't want to play right now. I'm busy playing other games. It's too much to play right now. But it's still an S. Like make no mistake about it. It's an S.
Oz, you played it. S tier or is it overhyped?
I'm a bit biased because I have a lot of Nintendo hate in my heart.
I feel you. I feel you on that.
I know no matter what I say, it's gonna be nominated. Like it's no, because like it's like Animal Crossing. Like no matter what I say, Animal Crossing is gonna sell like gangbusters. I think the game released incomplete personally, because the depths is just really boring, nothing to do down there. But once you like do like the main level and the other level, great, fantastic. No real complaints. Like it's a 95. Like it's just that adding in that bottom portion. It's like, why would y'all do this? That detracts it to me. So in my head, I want to put it as A because that kind of makes me upset. It's a really good game, like really good game. So I really want to put it as A tier. But I know how it's gonna go. It's gonna be in the top 6 games to be nominated, and it's in contention to win.
Well, right now we got this is how you feel, but right now we got an S and we got an A. Nightwolf, Zelda, S or A? What are you feeling?
Zelda, S or A? This is supposed to be the second one.
Yeah, second one.
From what I hear from you guys, it's gonna be nominated. Everybody's gonna nominate the game just because. But my thing is, it's like, yes, you want a sequel to be the sequel. Have some things still be similar to the first because the first did it so well. But I still had to go back to Nug and be on the real. I know he hadn't played it yet. Have you? I know you've seen some of it. You've seen some of the gameplay, what they're doing.
Yeah, I've seen a bunch of it. I've seen all the streams and everything.
A bunch of all the good stuff, right? Do you really think it's a full game, or should it just been released as DLC content for the previous game?
That's neither here nor there. It's getting nominated. It doesn't matter what I think. What I think about it has nothing to do. Like, we can all sit here and debate to the cows come home if we think it should have been a DLC, yada yada yada. But that game it's the highest rated game of the year. It's there's no way it doesn't get nominated. It's almost kind of like with any other sequel like that, God of War Ragnarok or we'll say Spider-Man 2, those games that were already previously either wanted or nominated. If you do everything right plus a little bit, there's nothing that we can say on this show that'll make it justifiable for not being nominated. Nothing.
All right, well, guys, that's going to be the breakdown. We're going to leave it where it is. This was the game of the year contenders so far for 2023. Things got a little heated, got vicious.
Do we have the order right for S? Is that the right order we have it in?
Oh, if you want to put it in order, I would go personally. I would go Zelda. I would go Zelda, Hogwarts, and then probably Zelda, Hogwarts, Diablo Hi-Fi. That's fine right there.
Okay. I think everything else looks right to me.
Yeah.
I think it looks pretty good, honestly, as is. What are you thinking? Something sticking out to you?
I still feel bad. Street Fighter is just the A tier, but
you would put it S tier? Tell me.
Voting wise, it's probably only gonna get if it gets voted, it's probably about 1 vote. They're not gonna vote for it.
If it gets a nomination, I'll tell y'all personally, I was wrong. I will.
Would you put it S tier, Oz? Is my question. I don't care what you think gonna happen.
As of the games that are out right now, so there's 6 games usually, I think, nominated for Game of the Year, and one wins. So sure, why not?
You'd put it S tier?
As of where we are this year, 727. Sure. You can go S tier.
Okay.
Well, look.
Right
I want
there
that
next year though, at the end.
I want that same respect if y'all is wrong about Street Fighter. I just want y'all to be like, yo, no.
Well, the chances are that we are wrong. I'm just saying.
I mean, I can only speak of the games that are out as of 7/27/2023.
But
we don't know what.
Based off y'all arguments that y'all have put out, then y'all aren't wrong because y'all saying that it got such high praises as a fighting game. It's a 92 by Metacritic.
Highest selling fighting game ever. Yep.
If Game Awards were tomorrow, it would be on the nomination
It would definitely
list.
be nominated if it was tomorrow. Absolutely.
Now I can't speak to it in December.
Right.
Because we don't even have the games that are out for the rest of the year yet, so I can't.
I'm being, and again, I hate to keep beating a dead horse. I'm looking at if we're looking at right here, we have 5 games in S tier: Zelda, Hogwarts, Diablo Hi-Fi, and Street Fighter 6. Those are 5 games. I think 3 games again come out that take some spots. Spider-Man 2 is getting a spot. I don't care what nobody say.
Yeah, it
Will
is.
you gotta see it. Insomnia is so good they got it down to a science.
Yeah, it is.
We don't need to see no gameplay. We already know what time it is. That's getting somebody's spot right there. So I don't know who leaves right there.
You said there's 6.
No,
so
technically
there's
6 spots.
There's 6.
Yeah, he says there's 6 spots.
1, 2,
according
3,
to Oz.
4, 5, 6.
So
1, 2,
yeah, it's
3,
like
4,
6
5,
spots that go out for where.
All right, so we got 6 spots. Okay, so boom. So
Okay.
we'll put Spider-Man
Yep.
hypothetically. So that's 6. All right, so we actually might be good then. Because y'all don't think Starfield will make it. I think Starfield will make it.
I don't think Starfield gonna make it. I just don't.
I don't think it's gonna have enough to do.
Hey,
Like,
y'all- y'all don't-
if
so y'all
it
don't
comes
think
out and
Starfield
plays
makes it?
well, I don't think it's gonna have enough to do for people to keep them entertained. Because I think the better Starfield is already out. Star Citizen.
Star Citizen is out, man.
And it's just not as
I think
popular
y'all underestimate hype in politics in these. In a perfect
I-
world, yes.
I
In a
fully
perfect world,
understand.
I
Street
don't.
Fighter. In a perfect world, Street Fighter it gets nomination because it deserves nomination. But I think in the in the politic game awards, they just kind of be doing all type of crazy, whatever the hell they feel like nominations. I don't see that happening. And then I'm looking at, okay, so y'all said no Starfield. What about a game like a Metroid with crazy high ratings?
Metroid?
Higher
I don't
than
think so.
anything else.
I
It has
can
a
see
higher
it
rating
getting-
than
I
anything
can
else
see it getting
on this
nominated.
list other than Zelda.
I can see getting a nomination. It's definitely A tier off of hype, as you're saying, hype and how much it's actually liked. I personally just have beef with Nintendo, but this is me.
Okay.
But it's A tier. It's definitely getting a nod somewhere because I'm looking at the previous nominations. Like, what was it? What year was it? I think like 1 year Nintendo had like 2 games nominated.
I know.
Crossing and something else.
Best. It won best shooter. Splatoon, I think, won best shooter.
Hey, that's a good game, fellas.
Yeah,
That's a great game. I'm just saying. I'm just wondering about if it has 6 spots. We'll say Spider-Man 2. We can all definitively say that'll be the 6th out of the list that we created. I just have a hard time not seeing any other game out of our A or B tier, plus maybe like a Pikmin or Metroid or Starfield jumping Street Fighter. That's just me. Because I'm looking
Is
at if you
Pikmin
wanna
out
go-
already?
Yes, I love Pikmin.
When
Pikmin
does
got
Mario Wonder come out?
October. That's oh my god! I forgot about Mario Wonder.
So I think Mario Wonder is gonna take Hi-Fi Rush.
It sounds like we have to redo this list in December.
We're gonna have to redo it. That's just what it is. We're gonna have to
Yeah,
redo it.
redo it.
When do they announce the winners? Isn't it November or December?
I think November is the nominees and the winners. I think.
We're gonna have to do it before the nominees
One of
come
those.
out because I want to see. I really want to see. Because if Street Fighter can keep up this head of steam that it's got right now, it should definitely get a nomination.
That's a big if.
It's gonna have to go through hell, but based on where we at right now, it would win one right now, or it would get a nomination. But if games come out unfinished, have poor reception, whatever, I think Street Fighter 6 is only gonna get better, and they still got DLC characters like Rashid and shit coming out that I'm personally excited for.
Yeah, Rashid just came out. He came out the 24th.
Oh, don't tell me that, because I'm about to fuck it up with Rashid, okay?
He out.
I think they announced Game of the Year stuff like in December. So we should do like in November then.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do that shit
Yeah,
again.
Elden Ring won a couple awards. Yeah, that's my guys right there, man.
And we still gotta
we
see
know why
what's
Elden Ring
going
won
on.
that main award, right? Because God of War came out so late.
I mean, it won best.
I ain't gonna lie to you,
it won
bro.
Game of the Year, best
God
game
of War.
direction. But God of War got best narrative.
God of War
Narrative, fucking score, audio design,
Elden Ring got art direction.
Yeah, they won
God of-
everything other than Game
God
of
of
the Year.
War was like it was an amazing game. I loved it to death, but I didn't think it had a chance to beat Elden Ring. And I didn't play Elden Ring, but it was just the amount of hype, the amount of people talking about it. It was the only thing being talked about. People were going crazy on YouTube, watching videos. People were following the content. And God of War is only on what? Only on PlayStation?
And
So,
PC.
like, you
Now
gotta
it's ported over
take into
PC.
account. Yeah, but you got to take into account the people who just like, I didn't play that game, so I'm not like it was so much that went into it. I was like, bro, Elden Ring is just too big. It's just too big, and that's how I kind of feel like Starfield can get that same buzz in September, as long as it's not like buggy. But that's a big if, because I feel like with the 1,000, my personal opinion, with 1,000 planets and with no multiplayer, there's no way it's gonna hold my attention for that long.
1,000
But-
planets, 10% inhabitable, 30 FPS,
10%?
mostly
I don't
barren
think
worlds.
30 FPS is a knock, because
It is
Tears of the
definitely a
Kingdom is on
knock.
the- Tears of the
It's a
Kingdom's on
knock.
this
But
list.
it's not a game killer. It's not a game killer.
It's
Tears
definitely
of
a
the
game
Kingdom
killer
is the highest rated game right now at 30 FPS.
because it's
And that game
Nintendo.
be stuttering, boy.
Because,
I tell you.
because
It gets a pass
it's
'cause
Nintendo.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Because if you think about any other game we heard that was 30 FPS before it launched, they fucking went crazy. Before anybody played Gotham Knights was dead. Just think about that. Just because they said it came out at 30 FPS, they were like, oh, what? New Gotham game coming out? 30 FPS? Nah, that shit ass. That's literally what they did.
So what was I gonna say? So I think if Starfield isn't buggy, in my head, I still treat it like it's a Far Cry game. It's really big and nothing to do. Like, oh, I'm doing this
I
task
think-
again? Okay. Cool.
I think y'all are underestimating what that game is going to do, and I could be very
I hope
wrong.
so.
But
I think you're
just keep-
overestimating Xbox.
I'm not talking about. I'm not saying the game is going to come out and be a great game. I think the game will be okay. I'm just saying the hype around the people who are going to be ranking this game and the way the gaming community is praising this game already is basically it's race to lose. Starfield can only hurt itself, because if the game comes out and it is deep, if it comes out and it's decent, they're going to give it a plus extra boost, because everyone is just like, oh my god, this is finally the game that's going to bring Xbox back. Like, I'm not saying the game is going to be perfect, but if it's a 75, then everyone's going to treat it like it's really an 85, 95, because everyone has been dying for an Xbox game to finally come back on top. And it's Bethesda. And they're talking about, we want this game to be so massive, it's going to hold y'all over for 10 years. The formula of hype and the formula of what we know people love is there. Now, if it comes out and it's buggy like Cyberpunk, like Gus was saying, then hey, nothing to worry about. But if that game is mid, they're going to treat it like it's great. And if it comes out good, they're going to say it's one of the best games ever, because it just has that level of hype already. Despite all the glaring issues that we can see from afar, people got some rose colored lenses on, and they're
So
waiting
I'm a-
to boost the Xbox game.
I'm gonna tell you what I told them a couple podcast episodes ago. Xbox has a very bad habit of putting all their eggs in the wrong basket. I don't give a fuck about Starfield. I don't think Starfield is gonna be that good. I think what's gonna be phenomenal that they should be focusing on is Senua's Saga. Senua's Sacrifice was amazing. Hellblade,
Hellblade 2.
Yeah, Hellblade 2's coming out. Why the fuck is nobody talking about that? I think that game is their actual console seller, but they're so busy trying to push Bethesda because they have that partnership with them that they're gonna completely not market it, and it's still gonna do great, but it's not gonna do as well because honestly, that game is their version of God of War. That game is actually a competition for that style of like linear storytelling, you know, dope shit. The first game was phenomenal. Then they bought the studio, so unless they fucking ruin it, it should be great for the second one. Honestly, like I just don't understand why nobody's talking about Senua's Saga. That game will probably be head and shoulders, head and tails, up and down better than Starfield. I definitely think that.
I think if Starfield comes out to be okay, like Nugget's saying, it will get high praise. But I also think that the high praise will soon, like let's say a month or two goes by, it will be like it's gonna die down really quickly.
Yep.
Like, okay, there's nothing else for us to do, etc. This game's actually mid. But if it comes out the gate and it's not buggy and it's a 70, it will probably get high praise, and Xbox will pay the reporters to make sure it gets good publicity. But I think it will die off Twitch quickly, like respectfully, like Hogwarts. Like it was really, when it was on like hella views, but I don't think it's gonna be that way. I don't have faith in this game at all.
Also,
Zero.
I'm not disagreeing with Oz. I just want to point out, yes, like Hogwarts, but realistically, single player games typically die down. Since I feel like for a single player game to amass that amount of popularity that it did, for as long as it did, I don't feel like it's a knock that the game quote unquote disappeared, because every game that stayed around for that long, even this year, we're talking about Diablo, that's multiplayer. I mean, there aren't that many single player games that really just stick around. Street Fighter is a multiplayer game at its heart.
Starfield has multiplayer.
Does it? I don't think so.
It does. It does. That's why they made it. Yeah, Starfield does.
I would think it should.
It definitely does.
It wasn't multiplayer.
They said your world is your world, and if you want somebody to see your world, like because it's procedurally generated, they'll have to join you, and they'll see your world, and your world will be different from their world, which leads me to believe it's multiplayer. It's supposed to be multiplayer, from my understanding.
I saw in the showcase they said,
or co-op, maybe not multiplayer, but co-op. Maybe that's what the difference is. It's something you can do with.
It says we have it, it's not the way that we thought. So
what the fuck does that mean? What the fuck does that mean?
What do you mean by that?
Yeah,
they're saying that it seems what are they saying?
I don't trust Bethesda or Microsoft. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Why don't you trust Bethesda? I'm curious.
They're known for releasing buggy ass games. They have great stories and shit, don't get me wrong, like the Fallout series. But 76 was bad and buggy, and it was when they tried to do multiplayer shit and it didn't really pan out. And it got terrible reception, and it took years for them to get it back on track. And typically they just, when it comes to these types of games, in my opinion, they get there, but they don't start there. So if we're gonna go off of the first year and it's gonna be releasing mid to the end of the year, it's probably not gonna be that good this year. It'll probably be better next year.
Side note, every article I'm reading so far says no, except for this gaming Bible, which says Starfield multiplayer exists, it's not the way that you imagine, but I'm not sure what that means.
Yeah, we gotta figure that out, because I definitely heard somebody say they could join, they will be able to join somebody else, and their world is procedurally generated. I didn't know it was strictly single player or if it was like a co-op thing or what they were talking about.
Oh, okay, I see. It says you see Starfield won't have any multiplayer. It seems that the community is already looking for ways to explore its galaxy. So basically some community made stuff. So it's not multiplayer.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So yeah, that.
Yikes.
But I also feel like with it being single player, with the amount of planets and things, you might start to see like the YouTube community carry it in like a, yo, you know, this is how to get this build, how to get to this planet, how to do XYZ, the best Starfield build, the best Starfield ship. Like those type of videos might carry it from September to at least October. All they got to do is make it through October. Well, it's a Bethesda game where you can make your own characters, your own traits, and you have all these different planets. I'm pretty sure for at least the first month, they're gonna have all these different videos talking about different XYZ, how to, and that can carry it maybe through October. If it makes it through October, it's pretty solid because October has Mario Wonder and Spider-Man 2 on the same exact date. So if it makes it through October,
listen, let me explain something. I am right now a finalist in a job for Xbox, and for all I know, they could put me on Starfield. So I'm just gonna say this before I get hired, and I'm no longer able to say this. That game ain't gonna be that good. I'm sorry. Now, if you see me come back, hey man, that game was gonna be the shit. I got hired.
Nigga lying. That nigga got a job.
You
got the
already
job. We all
know.
don't discuss this, CJ.
I got the job. I'm letting everybody know now. If you see me do a 180,
shit about
man,
Xbox, you know?
we should get. You see a video come out, we should give Redfall a chance. Yeah, this nigga got hired. Okay,
He got hired.
Were we wrong about Justin Roiland and High on Life? Nah, you know.
That job. Yeah, sure did. I'm telling you. You're lying.
It is what it is.
I'd be like, hey, you gotta make that bread. I ain't knocking you.
Gotta make that bread, brother. Because they say what
I
I say can be used against me in the court of Xbox law. But here we go. So there's our list. We heard everybody's differing opinions. This was a really dope podcast. Ran a little longer than I expected it to because we can't agree on shit. That's the makings of a good podcast. There you go. Oz is squinting at something. Don't know what he's squinting at, but
Oh, I was reading. Sorry, I was looking at the. What do you call that? He was the game director for Todd.
Okay.
Todd Howard. I was looking to see what else he had worked on.
Which is?
Since he was the game director of Starfield, he worked as an executive producer on Elder Scrolls Blades and game director for Fallout 4.
Fallout 4 is promising.
For Skyrim, Elder Scrolls Skyrim, and Fallout 3.
Like I said, if they say most ambitious title yet, I'm out. That's where I'm at with it. And once you say those words, I'm gone.
They're also working on a untitled Indiana Jones project and Fallout 5.
What the hell? I don't know.
That could be something.
Shout out to the 18, the 20 that's been here the whole time watching us converse. This is really dope. I might drop this Game of the Year contenders thing somewhere on social media. I'm not sure yet. Real quick. Oh shit! That moment you think you typing, but you're not.
Okay. I thought you were typing in the D category for a reason.
Let me see.
Call something else.
If you guys don't know, this is a shameless plug. Let's talk about it. My boy right here got the articles and whatnot. Amazon Prime Day 2023. Microsoft wins trial versus FTC to purchase Activision. All this stuff. This is Nug's personal spot. This is his website. This is where he goes to do reviews and talk about games and all that. So make sure y'all check this out. If somebody wants to drop that in the chat, I appreciate it. Maybe I could do it actually. Let me see.
I appreciate you guys, man. We're on the up and up. We're on the up and coming. You know, think of me as like one of those IGN places. Just it's only me. I don't have a full team, so be patient with me on some of the articles. I can't drop every 2 seconds like they can, but you know we do what we can.
Right.
See you over here, nerd. Put in work.
One man army. Trying to be.
Mans is out here doing God's work. But yeah, so if you guys want to hear more about what Nug thinks, definitely jump over here, check it out. It introduces crossplay, but is it enough? I'm probably gonna read the article tonight while I'm washing dishes and shit. I'm gonna be honest. But yeah. This shit looks
good.
good.
About how we got in too many games is actually funny that we did what we did today, because that's something that I've been talking about with a lot of people about just all the stuff that came out.
Really? Okay, for sure. Have game updates ruin gaming? That's an interesting one. I would love to touch on some of these topics, but that'll be a time. That is not tonight. I know Nug's gotta go. We kept him a lot longer than usual. I know Oz gotta go to take his ass to bed. I know he got some shit he gotta do. He gotta work for NASA, and if he don't get some sleep, rockets could blow up, and we don't want that. And I know Nightwolf probably gotta go stream. So
shout out to aliens.
I didn't need them, I ran into technical difficulties the other day, so it was what it was. Man.
Facts. So now what I'm gonna do is, guys, anybody who's still here who wants to hang out, I actually ran across this question. Were we too harsh on Call of Duty Infinite Warfare? It's time to find out. I'm actually about to play the campaign. I know that it released after Advanced Warfare and whatever Black Ops that was, possibly 3, and there was a lot of futuristic shit going on, and the community was like, we're tired of this, so they instantly had a problem with Infinite Warfare, which was their most sci-fi shit ever. But if you guys didn't know, it has the most hated trailer of all time from a Call of Duty game and the second most hated trailer or video on YouTube. I think it was 4 million dislikes at launch. But if you check back now, it also has the most likes of any Call of Duty trailer ever, and the most views of any Call of Duty trailer ever. It's broken.
Wasn't Infinite the first one where they was like jetpacks and stuff, or did I make that up?
I think that was Black Ops. They had the first jetpacks and stuff, I think.
Okay.
Infinite Warfare is like 100% space combat. Like you're literally fighting, looking at the sun type shit. Like it is insane.
I'm looking at it now, the trailer.
Yeah, the trailer was the most.
Y'all
Read the
flying a
comments.
Jet in space.
Read the comments. Niggas is going crazy in the comments. It was the most hated game, and right now, it is actually people are turning around. I've never seen a game do this big of a 180. Like I've never seen this shit. If you look in the comments,
crazy.
Most liked COD trailer. Yeah, you are. Most liked COD trailer, most disliked COD trailer, also most viewed COD trailer. So they broke 3 records in one. Also, while being the most disliked COD trailer, it's also the most disliked trailer of all time, and the second most disliked video on YouTube behind Justin Bieber's Baby, which got 6 million dislikes. Yeah,
that's one with or without Ludacris.
I don't know.
When I was 13.
Oh my God. Infinite Warfare is underrated. Everybody's now saying it's underrated. Maybe we were wrong about this game. The likes far outweigh the dislikes now. Yeah, it's 2016, bro. So I was like, yo, I gotta try this game out myself. Honestly, one of the greatest campaigns COD ever made. It's got a great story. A lot of people agree. Let's be honest. The only reason this COD did so bad was because of the timing. Nobody wanted futurism at that time.
Facts.
I feel like it would have been much more successful if it came out today. Agree 100%. It was just after all the other shit, and it was like, yeah, we tired of this, so they boycotted it. That's how I feel about a lot of games with 30 FPS. That's neither here nor there.
Threw that slide in there. They wasn't paying attention.
Campaign. So a lot of people are saying this game is actually the shit. So that's what we're about to find out right now. We're gonna end this, and I'm gonna go live. Well, I'm gonna stay live, I guess, and throw this game on, and we're gonna see what it's like, because I'm excited. I really have never played it. I know it was between this and something else, and I just remember thinking, damn, everybody hates this fucking game. Maybe I shouldn't play it. So I didn't play it. And now that I'm a grown ass man, I'm like, damn, I fucked up. I should have played that bitch. But that was also when I was broke and I had enough money to get one game, and I wasn't wasting it on the game just trying to be contrarian. You feel me? I wasn't doing that shit.
I was about to say 2016. I'm trying to think where I even was finishing up college.
I was in college, living my best life.
Because
like going back and forth with
that year, like Doom, Overwatch, I think just dropped that year. Titanfall 2.
2K. I actually did play Infinite Warfare. I ain't gonna hold you. I played that in 2K.
I think that's why I didn't buy.
And GTA.
I never played that one before.
Yeah, man. I'm interested. Hey, if you want to hang out, Nightwolf, you can hang out while I play this shit. Or if you want to do your own thing, that's up to you. I'm definitely about to jump in this bitch though, because I was like, what the fuck?
I'm gonna get about it here, then I'll join you over there.
All right, I'm being Discord. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Y'all be easy, fellas. Y'all take care of yourselves. Nug, it was good having you.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Big facts.
Having me on. It was a great conversation. Had a fun time.
Yeah,
no problem. No problem. Anytime you want to come back, let a nigga know.
Also, Call of Duty had just, I think, dropped Modern Warfare Remastered in 2016 also. I think that's why I didn't cop Infinite Warfare.
Yeah, that's what it was too.
Modern Warfare Remastered.
Yeah, the first one, they dropped that because the dude even said it in the interview. He was like, if y'all don't want futuristic stuff, we also executive produced Modern Warfare Remastered, so you can get that instead.
I don't even remember them mastering that game.
Yeah, they did. Like, they remastered that bad boy.
There's a reason why I didn't buy that Call of Duty. I'm like,
yeah, that's what it was.
That's why.
Because everybody I knew was getting the other one.
At the same time.
That's back when they had the 1 year cycle and they had 2 different people working on the shit at the same time.
Yeah, that was not smart.
Sounds like Cold War and other jig.
Yeah, but this is the one story mode I never even started, so I definitely got to jump on this bitch. I'm gonna start it tonight and then I'm gonna finish it tomorrow. Hopefully, it should be like 7 hours, something like 7 to 8 hours.
Oh, you got ambition.
I mean, you know, a little something. I'm gonna try.
TJ already know if I get that game pass, the first game I'm gonna play. You know I'm gonna play.
Well,
Exo Primal?
Hellblade.
Oh, you gonna play that? Okay,
You know,
yeah.
I want to play Hellblade. The first one I got to play Hellblade. Man.
Eyes froze as hell. It's cool. Hey, well, we had some good
Discord, fam. I think you're in Discord, man.
facts. I appreciate it. You're. All right, let's make some changes now. Actually, I got some food cooking. I'm gonna need to like go grab that shit in a second.
All right, my bad.
Nah, you good? You
Pulled up
good?
the wrong screen. All right, catch y'all later then.
All right, brother.
All right.
Always good to have you and whatnot. Yes,
All right,
sir.
Alex, good to see you again, man. All right. CJ,
Likewise.
All right, Nug. Thanks for pulling up.
Yep.
Shout out Call of Duty.
Facts.
Wait, that's not Call.
All right, let's see.
What up?
What up? Let me see. You know, I always got to get my screens together and shit. So, Infinite, boom.
You know, the whole time you had me versus Ken over there, Street Fighter 6. I didn't even notice it till it was at the end. I was like, damn, I didn't even notice that shit on Twitch. I was in there like, I didn't.
Oh yeah. I was commentating y'all shit, bro.
Damn. He gotta practice more, man. That's all. He gotta practice more.
Yeah, I ain't talking shit. I just play that game for fun. I have a lot of fun playing it when I do play it.
Thanks.
And I actually had a decent amount of people watching, so I was really happy, you know.
Sure shit, man.
Excuse
Sure
me.
shit.
All right, let's see something. Where's the damn game at?
See here, I'm on this magic right quick. I'll put it up.
Damn, where the fuck is the game at? Hold on, I'm tripping. Oh, there you go. I'm fucking bugging, bro. Let me see. Let's go here. No.
You gotta find a game. Don't tell me.
I got it.
You got too many games. You got so many games. You gotta find that bitch.
It was in a folder. You know what I'm saying? It was in a specific folder.
Of course. I always got to have a specific folder for everything, man. I got one for Dolphin, one for PlayStation 1, one for PS2s. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It was in a folder.
That's what. I always got a folder for something.
Let's go edit this transform right here. Let's go. Let's go that, and then let's go 1302. Boom. That'll be it. All right. Then I gotta change the game over here. We had like 27 people watching.
Hey, it's pretty lit, bro.
Yeah, bro. The pod be doing good, bro.
Yeah,
I am cooking for real though, so I do gotta check on that food in a second. Make sure that shit good.
What you cooking in that bad boy, man?
I got some slow roasting chicken breast, and I'm gonna probably make some rice and corn when I'm done streaming for lunch tomorrow. So my wife can have something to eat. We ain't had no leftovers tonight, so I was like, I'll make it while I'm streaming. I'm tripping. Infinite or there we go. Boom. Let's change that here. It's already changed on what you call it. It's already changed on YouTube. All right. But that was really fun. That was fun.
Yeah, it was fine. It was a lot of fun. It was really lit.
I really hope Street Fighter gets nominated, bro. It deserves to be nominated. I don't think a lot of fighting games deserve nomination. I think they're just fun. This game deserves nomination, and I'm gonna stand on that. And I stand on that. You hear me?
I hear you. It deserves one. It really does.
Right, let's see something right quick. Is it gonna let me do this? Can I use my controller? Oh shit, maybe not. Let's see if it let me. I might have to use the Xbox controller. Oh shit, it worked. Hey, let's go. I just had to turn on DS4. My bad. I had to turn on DS4. If you don't know what that is, DS4. You know what DS4 is?
Nope, no idea. What is DS4?
DS4 Windows. It's a thing you install on your computer, and it allows you to use your PS5 controller, because a lot of games don't have support for it. And sometimes what'll happen is if you plug in your PS5 controller, it'll work as long as it's charging, and once it's fully charged, it'll disconnect itself in the middle of the game. So DS4, DS4 allows you to keep it plugged up, and like you'll always have it. Like it'll always say that it's there, and it'll register like a PS4 controller almost.
Word. That's pretty fucking lit.
Yeah, it's like a little free thing I got. So sometimes like it wasn't working, and I was like, let me turn on DS4, and then all of a sudden it was like, doop, signed in. It's like, oh shit, all right.
Damn.
And I still get some of the I still get some of the feedback and shit, if like the haptic feedback on the controller, the R2 and shit, if it's enabled. But yeah, time to jump into this motherfucking game. Let me go check on the food real quick, chat. I'm gonna throw you in BRB. I'll be right back. Hopefully I ain't burned nothing. Be right back.
What is the shooting part?
He's shooting somebody. He must think that's me.
I dropped. Fucking did a straight shotgun shot to the face.
Pistol.
Got him with the shotgun right to the face.
Let's
Killed all his
go.
armor.
Pistol. Let's go. I'm nicer with the pistol than anything. What the fuck?
Putting it back to medium. I had the shit to the low.
Go down one. Yep. No attack, not needed.
Hey yo.
Like a Jordan acting like that.
Ah, you disrespectful.
Yo, yeah, slice
no
the
lie,
bitch.
right now.
Slice the bitch. Bye-bye. So I killed that little thingy mabobber, and I got a sample. Hey yo, come on dude,
My energy's low.
What?
My energy's low.
Fair. I deserve that.
Really? Okay.
Line, right? Yeah, line, great jump. Bet. But which one I want?
That was dumb. Okay. Pistol King.
Time to get in some work. What we got? Need nothing else? Yeah, I don't pay.
Key transfer preparation 60% complete. Aerial transfer will be initiated soon.
Alright.
Contact test complete. You have fulfilled your objectives
Let's go.
ahead of the enemy team.
Let's go. Don't get mad. No.
You are
Oh no, don't
Definitely
get
ain't gonna
mad.
work against Miss Buddy. I never
Don't
get
get
this.
mad.
your right to continue existence.
Your squad is in the top 5. Let's get it done.
Don't go out there. Oh, yeah. Right here. Come on. One more drop. Got him. Let's Pistol King, bitch. Let's go.
Oh, they hurt baby. My bad. Take that. I gotta get rid of one.
Chilling out, are we? Much obliged. Hostile spotted.
Thank you. Oh, that's fucked up. Because that card allows me to. That's right.
I just bought a new
card. It's a nasty ass card. I like it.
Okay. I just bought a new keyboard today, actually. Because my old keyboard, I tell you, kept. Oh shit! In front of me! Two of them.
Oh, yeah, that's a nasty one.
How'd you get over there? I didn't know you stopped running. I didn't know you kept running. I was looking at the high value.
You dropped 2?
Stop it! Stop it! No! Help! don't really need help, but look at it. How about we play Monster Hunter? Oh shit! Yo, he got fucked up. Alright, I am back.
That bad.
Bro, he got.
I'm over here trying to do some crazy things in Magic, man.
Are you streaming?
Yep.
You on Twitch?
I'm on Twitch right now. Yep.
Okay. I was about to say I don't
Let me
see
see.
you. I'm about to find you right now. I see you right here. You have yourself pulled up on like your phone or whatever?
Let me see.
You know your phone gives you +1, right? Like you always get at least one view.
That is true. You're right. Let me see.
It's all about discoverability. And if you are able to go from 0 to 1, that automatically gets you closer to being viewed because you'll be closer to like a couple more pages up for other people. So that's like I always have my laptop here and I'm always looking on my laptop to give myself a view.
Okay.
And then my homies who lurk or whatever, you know, that's other views. So I might get 5 total from lurks and then boom, I'm on page 2 and now somebody raid me and now I'm sitting at the top of the front page, you know.
Damn.
All right, here we go. We're gonna start this campaign, Infinite Warfare. I know Kit Harington, aka Jon Snow, is in this bitch. So let's see what we got going on. He's actually the villain.
Damn.
Let's go regular.
So I'm about to stream, everybody. How y'all doing this evening? Shoot, I'm over here trying to work on this blue and red deck, the spell deck I made. And I've just been playing games to see how it plays out. I'm trying to see how easy it is to work, what I need to fix.
The needs of our planet were greater than
For the most part, I've been liking what it does. I ain't gonna lie.
went beyond the reaches
Being
of
able to
our
buff my
The new frontier offered the promise of a new beginning. But the distance gave way to a movement with no connection to the place we call home. New rules, new ambitions, a new enemy. The Settlement Defense Front built an army and broke away from the Earth with blood and violence. They aren't revolutionaries. They want absolute power. They raid colonies, take resources, and control territories by force. They use their fleet to block us from raw materials we need to survive. Their mission is to erase everything Earthborn. Today, the SDF is a war machine, ruled by its military. If a leader united that force, they would mobilize and try to take our homeland.
Warlord, this is Scar 1, standing by for tasking.
Copy 1-1. One of our weapons facilities is under attack by the SDF. We believe this is part of an operation codenamed Raya.
Oh,
Intel suggests their target is a prototype weapon.
What?
Your team will
I wish you could see what I was going up against right now, boy. The computer's trying to fuck me up.
Warlord. We'll get it done.
1 minute. Friendlies. Facility's
They trying to beat mine.
Get our weapon. Torch the site. Gear check.
Hey.
OMA systems online.
Rules of engagement. Weapons free. Good to go. 10 seconds. Door!
Shit, this shit look crazy as fuck, bro. You're not gonna let me use my controller, bro? Yes, gamepad. There you go. Press A to jump. Damn.
Okay.
This shit, it didn't work at first.
It did like
Oh shit.
I think I lost this game, TJ. that kind of failed me a little bit.
Whoa, look at this shit, bro. What the? What?
Where you landing? Y'all landing on the ice?
Below. We gotta move. Reaper, Scars boots on ground.
Look at this shit.
Insert is a vertical drop north of your position. Copy.
What am I gonna do with this? What to do? What to do? I'm gonna need that.
Tracking 2 targets below. Boost down, take them out.
Yeah, they got me this time.
Oh, got that motherfucker. Oh, let's go. Oh, let's go. Stab. Stab.
Snipe, stake point. 1-1 to Reaper. Set that gunners in the AO. Troops in contact.
Copy, overlay. Out.
It's good, I needed this.
Let's get to the weapon before they do.
What a stab.
I needed this.
Entry point's 30 meters dead ahead. Keep moving.
He dead as hell.
Reaper, we're approaching the entry point. Be
Say
advised,
it
we
ain't
encountered
so.
steady SDF presence.
Close gasket, open gasket.
Sentries on the roof.
Shit, you and me both dead as hell. This deck over here trying to murder mine. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
Got 3 men coming up. Push up. Mind the gap. They just executed them. SDF wants weapons, no prisoners.
Damn, why they kill these dudes for?
Multiple targets.
Now vigilance, this could be an issue. That's not good. That's gonna hurt me if I use it. I might have to get rid of that.
Oh my.
Man out. Our weapons in the armory vault.
There's one damage. I can't deal with taking damage. But I do need some parts. Yeah, go ahead and pay. It's gonna hurt.
You think they heard the blast? Assume they did. Let's give them a proper welcome then.
Uh-oh. We found out we defending ourselves in this bitch.
What the hell?
It's gonna hurt me though. Damn. I gotta win the tournament. Yes. I can't do that right now. Go ahead.
Moving up. Need backup. My location.
Watch your corners.
So let's just say CJ, I kind of fucked up in this deck, right? So I added a card that hurts me when I use it as a resource. Not good.
Wow. Yeah. Unless what you get back in return is worth it.
If I had more life, it would be fine, but I got 2 life. It takes 1. Not good.
Yeah, that sounds bad.
Copy.
Keep that one.
Eyes on research lab. Armory should be next.
That's our mark.
Intern. Ah, okay. That's the bad part. That's cool.
Contact.
Bring them back to the hand.
I'm turning so slow. Can I turn that up?
Nice.
Ah, well, I'll just leave it the way it is.
Potential enemy
Oh well, I win. Fuck.
Requesting backup at my location. Be advised. Go lad!
I managed to pull that one out, but
headshot.
That missed you. Again, it took me too long to get another color now. I didn't mind. We'll do some modifications.
Keep us moving.
What's up, Dan? What's up, Dan? That's right. That's right. Kill shot.
Stay alert, we're not clear.
Smoker. Where is it at? That's gotta go. Place it, one more place to win. See if I can get another one.
Target's
Good
down.
shot.
We're off the time across the bingo fuel. What's your status?
Who's this coming through the wall? Or is that us
X-Norton
going
6
out?
mics. Out.
Weapons on the other side. We beat them
But I
to it.
only have one of those.
Sipes. Crash it.
All clear. Jackpot. Got eyes on the ball.
Reaper, we're inside the armory. Moving to secure the weapon.
Copy 1-1. Weapon is in the vault. Once it's secure, I'll initiate the self-destruct sequence.
Okay.
Weapons behind those doors. All you, Wolf.
This is crazy.
F-Spar prototype.
Boot it up, Sipes. We're gonna need it.
Okay, so I'll do it.
Yeah, Wolf. Compact model. Same tech. The riot operation. We're after this.
Yeah.
Reaper, weapon secure. Confirming execute order and self-destruct.
Roger. Initiating self-destruct sequence. Be advised, SetDef has 50 plus infantry and machines inbound. You need to get out of there now.
Copy, we're Oscar Mike. RV in 5. Clock's ticking. Let's move.
Attention, self-destruct active. All personnel must clear the area.
Oh my lord. Oh my lord.
All personnel must clear the area at once.
We gotta double time it here, Wolf.
Evacuate immediately.
We gotta double time it here, Wolf.
Reload faster. Oh my god.
I'm gonna get it right here, Chad. I'm gonna get it right here. Shit. I like that hammer.
Lord, this game is insane.
Insane in the membrane. Insane in the brain.
How am I supposed to? Shit, I gotta use this or he's dead. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Wow.
I get to choose. Take that.
Oxygen depleted.
There you go.
Yeah. Whoa. We need that. Come to you.
We need air.
Yeah, I made that decision on that one. I need you to get off my battlefield, please, sir. Thank you. For now. Let's go more fights.
Catch your breath, Trooper.
You do it.
Get to coach. Gun destroyed. Data retrieved. Initiating Raya.
How many did you come with?
Ooh, 3D fans.
Where it?
With live link. Ooh, nasty.
What about the airship we shot down?
My men need medical.
You care about your men?
Yeah. We can get rid of one else. That's fine. That would definitely work. Hi, kitty cat.
Oh man.
Care clouds judgment. That is why you cannot win.
Damn, he had to do that.
Place
Do it.
isn't yours anymore. Save the bullet.
Oh. Hey, yo.
What is Raya? Unclear. Helmet cam stopped transmitting.
Bro.
It's been 18 hours, no contact.
That
Set Def's
is,
made no demands.
Who's the MMA
Some
guy?
of the
I
defense
think
front
of his
doesn't
name
make
right now.
demands. They planted a flag in our rock. They executed 3 men and shot down a pilot.
Our team was sent to secure classified weapons from a closed facility.
That facility is a black site, Admiral. Why the hell is SetDef allowed in that airspace?
By permission of the Accords, all nations have access to free...
Sir, that objective required a full strike force, not a 4-man team.
Lieutenant
Conor
Reyes,
McGregor. Damn, I couldn't think of his name.
I implore you to use diplomacy.
Conor
in this
McGregor
office.
just punched me in my face in the game.
Take a different tact.
Word.
What
Yes,
up,
sir.
Tech the Fallen? How's it going?
Oh, they hit me
Who
with
else
the
knows
answer.
about this?
Nasty.
Right now?
Nasty.
Joint Strategic Air Command.
2-4. Shoot this in.
This is a deliberate act of aggression,
I
Admiral.
mean that too.
We should be out there on patrol, not down here throwing confetti.
The rules of engagement
Oh, they made it so he
prohibit
can attack a
definitive
block.
action under these
Ah, they
circumstances.
dirty.
So we stand by with our
Respect,
barrels
man.
in the sand and we watch a Fleet Week parade?
Lieutenant Reyes, make no mistake.
I'm cool,
My
man.
instincts,
Just
which
trying
are
this
aligned
Infinite
indelibly with your
Warfare.
own, are that
Got
we
about
need
an
to
hour and a
engage.
half on this today. Then I'm gonna try to play it again
Why don't we,
tomorrow.
sir?
Diagnose.
They're politicians, Reyes. They'll wipe hell's
What you
ass
been
with
up to?
whatever flag keeps the smokestacks burning. To these men, the idea of mounting an offensive triggers a fresh and unplanned piss.
Damn it.
Until there's war,
Some bitch.
the warriors aren't in charge.
Had another one of
Sir,
them
by
damn
the time
cards.
there's war, it's too late.
Mark later.
Hesitation is a hole in the head. You drilled that into us relentlessly in flight school. Work the problem, respond.
You were always a
Can't
fast
keep my
learner.
deck down that easily.
Stratcom is well aware of our grievances. At this time, no use of force is being considered on an operational level. These are the laws of war, son.
Thank you for the briefing, sir.
Admiral Raines, E3N is in position
Oh
on the
yeah,
roof.
Ward.
Thank you, Petty Officer.
Hey.
What is E3N?
You ever played this game, Tech?
Go take a look for yourself. I think you'll be quite impressed.
Huh?
Dismissed.
Everybody listening to music. I feel that. That sounds like a chill night.
How many?
4. KIA.
Europa?
Front was already there. Took out the whole team. Looted the site.
Son of a bitch. This Fleet
Wait.
stuff is nonsense. We should be up in our
So this
Jackal's
is
flying watch.
Admiral doesn't disagree.
Captain Alderno?
Okay.
Negative.
Availability.
Today, Retribution
That's
isn't a
champion.
warship, it's a parade float.
Oh, damn.
Whole fleet here
That's
in
the
Geneva?
difference.
Doesn't seem right.
We do this every year, Saul.
Well, let's not miss the party.
After you, Lieutenant.
Thanks, Slick.
I heard it was actually really good after people bashed it for so many years. Now they saying it's great. So I was like, man, let me play this game.
Come on. We'll take the scenic route. Not a list you want to make.
Nope. No
Peace
thanks.
to the fallen.
I gotta do it smarter. Let me see. That's fucked up, man. 2 of my strongest cars have been told no.
Welcome to Fleet Week.
You don't get to attack. 4 blocks.
This shit is crazy. The graphics on this bitch are insane.
There she is. Retribution. Home sweet home.
Only been down here a day, Saul.
I prefer the
Ain't
wild
it convenient? I can return my own car to my hand. Hell yeah.
Rain's
Yes, I
mentioned a
got that.
thing called E3N. Heard of it?
Negative. Rayman's got all kinds of tricks up those 4-star sleeves.
He's flying to the ceremony with us. Make sure you don't call him that.
Never. To his face. Make a hole.
Right this way, Lieutenant. Give me a chance.
Service has
Yeah,
its perks. You got a plane to catch.
same. I mean, people. So if you go back to that same trailer that got 4 million dislikes, now people are like, "Yo, this game is a gem. We so sorry we misjudged it. We should have never done that." Like everybody's doing a 180 on this shit. I'm like, what the hell? I gotta play this.
Public relations,
It's the
Reyes.
only one I did not play.
Propaganda, Saul. We lost 4 men and we're throwing a party.
Our hands are tied. Take a little R&R today, Reyes. That's an order.
You can't give me an order. We're the same rank.
You got me there, Lieutenant.
I think I can work with that hand.
I'm gonna be playing the story today and tomorrow. Today I'm just starting it. Tomorrow I'm gonna be trying to knock it all out if I can.
The hell is that?
I think we found E3N.
Indeed, sir. Petty Officer First Class, E3N. Enhanced Tactical Humanoid, 3rd Revision.
That's a mouthful.
You ain't kidding. Call me Ethan, ma'am.
What are your orders?
I'm assigned to Retribution, reporting to Captain Alder.
Program for combat?
Thoroughly, ma'am. Born to kill.
Look like you can kick some serious ass.
Well, now you're just making me blush, sir.
Step aside, Ethan, so old Goat can still climb.
Welcome aboard, Admiral.
Well, now that we're all acquainted, let's get up and away.
Look at this shit. Tech, this is insane. It's when the game released. It was after Advanced Warfare and like Black Ops 3 or something. There's a lot of futuristic shit going
Well
on.
under the radar, Admiral.
So a lot of people didn't want any more futuristic stuff, so they boycotted it and hated it. And it's the same year that Modern Warfare Remastered was coming out. So they had another option to talk shit about this and go play that. So it flopped, essentially. It didn't do well. But then somebody was like, I never played it, how bad is it? And they went back and were like, yo, the game's actually really good. What the fuck were y'all talking about? And now everybody's like going back and trying it out and talking about it. So I was like, it ain't hurt me, I'll go back and try it.
Earth's Iron Shield. Major firepower.
Vengeance, this is Raven 6. We're on final approach.
Copy 6. Vengeance is awaiting your arrival.
Admiral, sir.
What is it, Ethan?
The Aegis guns. They appear to be tracking our fleet.
Yeah, why they looking at me like that? Oh shit. Oh shit.
All stations, shots fired at the Aegis control tower. Shots fired. This is not a drill. Divert and deploy all available assets immediately. Right for impact. Hold on.
This story is low-key lit.
They're shooting civilians.
Here, take this.
catch on him.
ZF is using our
Oh,
ace
the
guns
plus
to
sign
shoot
right
down
there.
the
Okay,
fleet.
okay.
I get what I need. Let me get it.
Got him.
That ain't in my. That's in my. That'll work.
I'm sick of this dude. I'm dying, man. Damn. Look at the aim, don't he?
Yeah.
Finally, get your ass out of here, bro.
That part made him strong. Okay.
Headshot, bitch. What's up, gang? Switch guns. Oh shit! Don't you fucking die.
I see we're at an impasse. Oh, okay.
Okay. Gotta go this way. Don't you run now. Pass over here.
Check.
Okay.
Moving up, second floor.
Oh, so that's how you feel. You gonna send them out to my hand, huh?
Okay, here we go. Tech, we
I
got this,
something
bro.
for that. How about this?
Lieutenant, the door.
Affirmative, all scars. This is 1-1. Do you read? Communications must have been hit. SDF's breaking for the tower. They're landing troops. We need that Venus back under our control.
They're only delaying the inevitable.
We need anti-personnel weapons.
Here, I got frags off the transport.
Good call.
They're shooting civilians.
Bye-bye. Goodbye. Stop popping.
Yeah, I'm on them. Out, reloading.
Moving closer, moving closer. Oh shit. Guess they can throw grenades too. Going up, oh shit, going up. Alright, nice.